Oh fuck
He's
me!
got a movie watching soon though. Sonic 3.
Shut up, man.
Mike, you know what's
No,
funny? Well,
That's
we were
another 10 days, 11 days, I think.
at
something like that.
Thanksgiving. That trailer came
I
on
forgot
during
it
the
came out this
football
year.
game, and my multiple people in my family's like, Sonic 3. I didn't know there was a Sonic 1 or 2. Like, didn't even know
Come
the
on.
movies existed.
I think I'm more surprised they didn't hear about those, but heard about this one. Considering
Well, it
this
was a
film
trailer
has gotten,
playing.
like, still, this movie hasn't gotten any promotion like at
I've seen.
all.
You don't
Well,
think so?
I seen during
I
a.
feel like I've seen a lot of
like this
promotion about.
in the last month. It's gotten
barely
this
seen
weird.
anything.
It's gotten this weird blitz. But we've known
It's-
about this movie all year. and
How
for some
long's it
reason,
been
all-
since the second movie? It feels like it's been pretty quick.
like a year, maybe.
This is quicker than the first.
No,
between
not
the
a
first and
year.
second
year,
movie.
maybe
That
like
was-
it's been. Hold on.
A year and a half.
2022, I believe.
I would
Like
guess
a
2.5 at the earliest or
Let me
latest.
see.
Yeah, no, definitely the latest. He was
No,
like.
yeah, it's about a year and a half.
That's it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
said
no,
that shit
a
like
year
2
and a half.
months ago.
It's 2.5. 2.5. It's April 8th, 2022. We're in
No, it's a year and a
2024.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I guess if you want to play, okay, I see.
Yeah.
What you mean? I guess it's
Well, no,
literally
it's not
years
2.5
I
though.
I was looking at it. It's mid 22, so.
Oh yeah, because April to December.
Yeah. So 2.5. It still seemed pretty quick.
It is
It's,
for.
it's quick. It seems
Dude,
quicker
time
than
just be
between
flying,
the,
man.
the
Time be
first and the
flying.
second movie.
No, it
We're
just
about to
it
hit
feels quick.
2020.
Most movies don't do that. I mean, but I say that, but even Mario movie's second movie is not really that quick.
I mean, just
26.
2 year turnaround. I remember people used to be really upset about having to wait 3 years for the next Star Wars movie. Remember those days?
yeah.
We gotta wait 3 years. Fuck.
Was it 3 or 2? That was
No, it was
99.
definitely
Yeah,
3.
99, 2002, and 2005. Yep.
He always did. That was his thing. That was Lucas's thing.
And then
was
Peter
3 years.
Jackson's like, oh, I'm gonna do 1-year intervals, even
I'm
if
gonna-
it
I'm gonna
killed.
shoot- well, he shot all them bitches.
At least he
the same
shot
time.
the
That's why.
footage, but it still killed the
Yeah.
VFX team, and Weta was just absolutely.
They were drained after that shit.
And then King
That's why,
Kong was just as
King
was.
Kong, what I was gonna say.
They
Really
added
did
so
King
much
Kong after that.
unnecessary CG stuff too to that movie. What's up, Letty? What's
Harry
up,
Potter
Ayers?
movies that came out like every year almost. A few like missed a year, but that shit was almost yearly for a
What
while.
was every? Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings was every year.
And The
What about
Hobbit.
fucking Harry Potter?
I don't think it was every year.
They were pretty
I was saying
close.
They got pretty close to Harry Potter.
They did
movies, too.
7 movies in like 10 years.
Well, they had a whole just a studio just for Harry Potter that they built. But I
Yeah.
think it was probably like a year and a half. Probably was probably I'm guessing the average.
Yeah.
And it
What,
just made
99
sense
and
too because the
2011?
kids were growing up in it. I think.
Well, you
Yeah.
had to.
I-
It was like,
And it's at
5 o'clock
I think
shadows and
it-
shit, and
I
supposed to
think
be
it,
teenagers.
it worked well because by the end, I mean, yeah, they looked a little older than would have been high school
They
kids,
still
but
look pretty young.
I think it by the fourth movie,
What-
you know, they were starting to turn into adults and was probably the right time.
It's funny because when we were young, high school kids were played by 28-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like damn. So by the time we got to high school, we were like, damn, we're gonna be big. Everybody gonna be looking old. And like, it was middle school. when I got
Dawson's
to high school. I was
Creek
like,
in the 90s, like they're like,
they were like little kids in high school. This is not how the high school movies I remember growing up watching. This is bullshit.
what's
Why
up,
does
Jay
everybody look
Biggs?
so young?
So,
That is true.
I thought I'd ask you guys, like, you know, we were talking a little bit about movies, but movie or game, like, what's the next, like, what's the biggest thing you're, like, next that you're looking forward to when it comes to either gaming or movies? Like, something that's coming out. For me, I don't have a movie that I'm like, man, I can't wait to watch that. Like, there's nothing on the horizon for me that I've seen any trailers for or anything.
Oh, I have one as far as movies go, and that would be Superman. I'm a super stan, so anytime you bring out a Superman movie, I'm interested. I'm a little worried. I will say that from the stuff that I've been seeing. I hate the suit, hate it.
Yeah, it's
But it's Superman, dog. Like Superman is my guy. He's always been since I've been like 3 years old. So
sounds like there's a lot more than just Superman in this one though. Like it's
there's
great.
a lot more than Superman, but James Gunn, he's very good at that. You know, who knows how much those things are going to be in it? We don't know.
It'd be
Like,
crazy if they basically redid the Snyder idea of introducing the characters in a one movie and then having their individual movies afterwards. Like that'd be crazy.
Yeah, but none of these characters. I mean, I think Guy Gardner's in it, but I don't think that's the Green Lantern they're going with anyway. None of these characters are going to be like, oh, these are going to be staple next DC movie characters. So that's why again James Gunn is good. He's good at grabbing these obscure, somewhat known but lesser known character and making some good stuff out of it.
I'm just worried
I
that
do think it's going to be a very different movie than lots of people are expecting it to be. It's going to be a very different take on Superman.
I just feel
which I'm
like
cool with.
Superman movies kind of never like, not gonna say never, like everyone thought Man of Steel would be huge, and I mean it did well, but it wasn't what they thought it would do. And obviously Superman Returns was pretty disappointing. So
Because he didn't save anybody, Juice. He didn't save anyone.
so it's gonna be interesting
He-
with the
he's
current
mad all
state.
the time.
The current state of box office. It's pretty dry on this out there these days, and with Superman or the superhero comic book movie fatigue, it's gonna be interesting. I guess I am looking forward to that.
We might be tired of it, but Hollywood ain't. We might
Yeah.
be tired of superhero movies, but Hollywood is gonna keep pumping them bitches out. So
Other than that,
But hey, depending on what again, Deadpool and Wolverine did what 1.3 billion or something like that.
right, we
So
say
it's
we
like-
tired, but we show
Yeah.
up to that shit every.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like that's
I'm still debating on
Pretty high.
if I'm gonna watch it. I'm.
It's very good. It is very good.
Wait, you say you don't
How'd
know
you
to
feel
watch
about the first one? The first one's one of my favorite superhero movies of all
Wait,
time.
that's right.
I
That's true.
love
I'm,
the first
I'm
one.
surprised
Okay.
you haven't gotten the Blu-ray actually yet already.
I love the first one. Second one was good, but not anything near. The third one is almost as good as the first one to me. I freaking love it. It is hilarious.
It is funny as hell.
It's heart. There's heart and
Yeah.
it has everything. It's great,
Yeah.
and the cameos were fantastic. So,
And honestly, I mean, a lot of these cameos aren't even cameos; they're full-on characters in the movie.
they're full. Yeah, I hate to say cameos because they are full-on characters.
Yeah.
So good. It was so good.
Yeah, I
It was
have
so
to
good.
watch it. I'm worried that it's just too much of the member berries and everyone. I mean, almost every person that even liked it said, yeah, there ain't much of a story to it, but it's just there's a lot of cool stuff. In
I
it.
No.
disagree, but
So
I think there's I mean, it's not a super strong story, but it's an old, it's almost like an 80s kind of action movie where, yeah, there's a story in it, but it's more about like the characters and what they're doing that you follow more. I mean, by the time you hit the third act, you don't really care that much about the story anymore.
yeah,
But it doesn't matter. That's how good it is. It don't matter. So
well, the main reason I didn't get it was they pulled a Pokemon. And there was like two versions, one with Wolverine, one with Deadpool on the cover, and then each version was like $60 individually. It's like that
I
should
didn't
be
know that.
60 for both. I ain't paying that. So that
insane.
was the first thing that turned me off.
they made 1.3 bill. They're like, you gonna buy this shit?
So I'll probably just
Somebody
get the
gonna buy it.
standard, generic cover one. And
Or you can just get Disney Plus for a month.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's still $50. Oh wait, that's a region free one. $30 for the base 4K.
You can watch it as much as you want to for a full month.
Yeah, the Steelbook's 42. They have it now. They have a combined Steelbook with both, so that must have been a
Oh, okay.
limited edition thing. It'd been cool to have. Like now, someone's trying to sell the pair for $180. So
Yeah, of course, the bastards.
we'll see. But anyway, gaming wise,
Gaming
Well,
wise,
you know
we
what?
all
I
know
mean,
what we're
actually,
waiting
you know
on.
what?
Mitch.
Juice,
Mitch too.
Juice, if you wait till next month, I'll probably pick it up. Then you get it on digital.
Nah.
If you want to watch it that way.
I mean-
it's a new year, which means I start to pick up my top 10 of this year. So
I think T talked me in that I should own it. I don't know. I guess I didn't know. I guess I never heard T
should
talk
own
about
what?
it. The movie. Deadpool,
Deadpool
Wolverine.
Wolverine. Oh yeah, you should definitely own it. Yeah, like you.
I
it's
actually like the
very
second one.
rewatchable movie.
Oh,
It's very
absolutely.
rewatchable.
It's gonna be.
That's
It's one where you
that's
could
one-
watch, catch something new
you'll
every
watch
single
it.
time.
You'll find something new, and
Yeah.
it's very good.
It's funny. As
I've been
shit.
debating. I haven't canceled it yet.
I can't believe how funny it was. I didn't think it was going to be that.
That Transformers
Yeah.
animated movie is like hit Peacock or Paramount, whatever one. I think Paramount. And I
Paramount.
pre-ordered it because I heard, it's pretty decent. I heard most people say it's pretty good, and
Yeah, I heard.
I
it's
pre-ordered
really
the
good. I actually didn't
Steelbook.
see that one.
and then I was like, then I heard a couple other people are like, yeah, it's okay, and I'm like, man, is it worth whatever $40-something a Steelbook? And now it's on it's on Paramount or Peacock, whatever one it's on. I could have watched it last week. And I'm like, I might as well watch it first to make sure that I want it, because nothing worse than having a movie
You don't really care too
that you're
much
never
for it.
gonna watch again.
Yeah. Trust me, that's why I've always been picking up the top 10 of my, or I pick up my top 10 and then I'll pick up, since there's 2 extra months, I pick up like other movies that I really love that year. But like I there's some movies that I look at this lineup and I'm like, dude, I still haven't seen this movie, like I don't even know if I liked it. And I'm like, oh man.
Also, I've been debating about Alien Romulus. I'm torn on
Oh,
that
I
one.
love that movie.
Ooh,
So good. So
I
good.
recently saw that. I'm waiting for
Did
the.
you like-
'cause I
did you
watched
like
a lot of
it?
reviews. Hold on, I watched
Oh.
a lot of reviews, and they said, "Oh man, there's this point where it just turns," and then I'm like, so I'm waiting on this point. That fucking point never fucking came. That movie is fantastic.
Okay.
I
okay.
was surprised on how good that movie was. Because
Yeah,
again,
it's so
I went
good.
in with lowered expectations. Listen to all these reviewers. Oh man, there's a moment where it turns. Blah blah. Fuck you. That movie was fantastic. One of the best
Yeah.
alien. It's the best alien movie since Aliens. God damn it, it is that good. So
You know what? I would actually.
That ain't saying
I
a
would
whole lot,
agree
to
with
be
that.
honest.
I would agree with that.
but I'm saying it's easily the best. Obviously, again, you're saying it's not saying a lot, but it's easily the best one since second one.
Yeah.
But it's very good though, with that.
As
And this is
someone
from
who's
I'm an aliens dude. Like that's my thing. I love aliens, so I thought it was great.
I'm a big fan. I know not everyone is, but I'm a big fan of Covenant also. And Romulus is way
Covenant
better than that.
almost had me.
Covenant's
Covenant
okay.
almost had me.
It's okay.
Romulus is way better than that even. And do Romulus.
Oh, it's
is,
definitely better than that. Yeah.
But
So-
I wasn't too surprised personally because it's the director of like Don't
right.
Breathe.
That's what.
See, I
was
hated
surprised
Don't
because of
Breathe.
what people were
I thought-
saying.
I
People
could
were
not stand Don't
saying, oh,
Breathe. I thought that
You
was
hate
a
it?
fucking stupid
Okay,
movie.
but directing wise, like in terms of like the how
visually
it's made,
and
like it's I was like he's gonna make it a tense movie, and I'm like it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good.
there was so much good. We don't have this anymore in movies. I'm sorry, we're going to this movie rant, but there was so much good fucking world building in the beginning
Dude,
of
the
that movie,
beginning?
especially.
I want to
Oh
stay
my
there.
god, I wanted to live in that mother.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
I'm playing. Obviously, you guys know I'm playing Starfield, and it made me feel like I was on one of those Starfield planets and shit, just dealing with bullshit that happened. I'm like, this is fucking phenomenal. You don't see that in movies anymore. World building. And I was like, this is great. So.
Yeah, no, I that whole beginning, I was like, dude, I didn't expect any of this, like this world that they were showing.
No.
It's so cool, so
It
cool.
was very good.
It felt like Blade Runner-esque also too in terms of like
Yes.
the buildings. I was
Yep.
like, oh man.
Yep.
All right.
So, dude, that's another, that's
I'm
another
ordering
thing you
those
gotta
both
pick up.
those movies right now.
Get both of them.
It's sick.
I
It
would be
sucks though. The
surprised if you don't
Steelbook
like
of
it.
Romulus was $60. I really like to buy Steelbooks, so I ain't paying $60. I gotta draw the
Yeah,
line.
You're a
What,
steelbook
bro?
guy. I don't really give a shit. I'll get them once in a while, but I don't really need them.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of steel. You know what's funny with steelbooks is if it stands too like out of like the collection, I think it messes with
I-
me.
yeah,
You know, like you put it on a shelf, and the fucking steelbook is just staring at you, and then saying "fuck everybody else around me."
Yeah. Sometimes
it's
it
me.
doesn't say the title.
You know, it don't mix well with my.
Well, I love it when
like,
I can get like multiple of the like in like Top Gun Maverick, both Steelbook.
yeah, and they all similar. Yeah,
I got like the last 4 Mission Impossibles are the Steelbook, so it's
I
cool
like
when you
when
can
they
have
do
it.
that.
But all right, place in
I
the
also
order.
don't love sometimes it is sometimes I got these bulky ass ones and I'm like, damn man, how do I place it where like when I have to put
Yeah.
something down, I'm like, oh now I gotta move a bunch of them because this thick one isn't even gonna fit on the next section. I gotta It's just a
Godzilla
very,
minus one's finally available on
Like,
physical
I'm legit
too.
mad at reviewers over Romulus. Like, I'm legit pissed off because
Maybe I didn't hear a
like
lot of reviews. I
people
thought
just
people
copy and
enjoyed it. I don't
paste
know.
each other's. People just
Okay.
copy and paste each other's homework. That's what it feels like when I saw these. I'm like, bitch, that was had a problem with that, and okay, it pays. I'll just say this. I won't. That's not a spoiler. I don't because every review says it anyway. Somehow it pays homage to almost every fucking Alien movie, every one of them, in some
Yeah.
way. And some people didn't have it. Some people took issue with that because I didn't like that movie. So what? How does it work in this movie?
Yeah.
So
And
I
I
thought
thought
that
it
was
was
cool.
done really cool, man. I thought
I thought that was
really
done
cool.
very well, and I'm very upset because I feel like I don't know if it didn't do as well as it probably should have. I don't think
I don't know.
it
Let
did
me see.
okay.
I forget. To
I
be
think it did
honest with you,
okay.
man.
It's
Let's
in the
see.
400 million range or something like that.
For an
400,
alien movie,
500.
that's pretty damn good. Because especially
pretty
the
good,
budget,
yeah.
the budget is like way lower on even than Covenant.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
probably like 100. I think it was like 100.
I think it might be even lower than that. Like I remember it like so it did 350. But I think the budget was even lower than. Let me see.
Yeah, it
I mean, I might
was-
be thinking of. I might be thinking of. The
It was a
creator,
lower
though.
budget. The people were making a big deal about how you can still make a movie for whatever.
Yeah, that's fine that the budget
Yeah, it
was
was.
low. I
They
think
said it was
that's better.
80 million. 80 million
Yeah.
for it.
Okay, well there you go.
Yeah.
What's the
That movie
budget
made
on
money.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3, I wonder? Because is it getting
18
bigger?
million.
Or are they going to be like,
Yeah.
You
sometime...
try to get Terrell into the conversation.
Yep. I want Charles to have something to look up.
I mean,
I'm just wondering if they're
The-
spending, like, they think this, if it's going to be a big hit, or they're just like, all right. Sometimes
considering what
they reduce the budget for the sequel, try to
Yeah,
make more money.
I don't think they're. I
spend
don't think they're
less.
reducing. I don't think they're reducing the budget. Considering what they're trying to
Yeah,
do
I
Sonic
think
Adventure
they
2.
upped the budget.
Probably
I think they
paid-
upped
They're
the
had
trying
to
to
pay
do Sonic
Jim
Adventure
Carrey.
2. If you're trying to do Sonic
Ain't
Adventure
Keanu
2,
Reeves?
I don't,
So am I gonna
yeah,
get
Keanu
Chemical
Reeves,
Plant?
Yeah.
am I gonna get Chemical Plant?
No, that's not what. No. How dare you?
Is it going to feel like the Sonic, the game, and you think?
Oh, Sonic Adventure 2. Sorry,
Yeah.
Adventure 2. Sorry.
Yeah, Adventure 2. Don't play with me. According to the production.
I should rewatch the second one. I don't know. I had a weird experience
They're all.
watching
I
it.
mean, they're both good movies. I think I like the second one better.
The budget is supposedly believed to be 120 million.
No way. Well, yeah, I guess I could see that.
See, I-
Hey, Jim Carrey, you gotta pay him twice. He's
Yeah.
I thought he retired after the second one.
This one says.
yeah, he was
the-
negotiating his
oh,
contract with the third one. That's what that shit is.
No, this is tracking the actual box office in the future.
I wonder how
Yeah,
I wonder if the Knuckles show, like, I didn't hear anybody talk about that show, at all.
Not worth watching.
and that's
Well, wasn't it like literally? It's like
It's not
50% is not even Knuckles.
Yeah, it starts with Knuckles, kind of, and then it slowly gets less Knuckles. And I'm
why do
like,
they?
oh,
Why
this
do
is-
people?
nuts.
They do that for
That's-
shows and movies, like Hawkeye, season 2. They just confirmed it's just 100%. What's her name? Kate or something.
Of course it is. Why
Oh,
wouldn't
his
it?
daughter.
100%.
She's not his daughter. She's
That's not his daughter. No.
No, yeah, not the
Kate Bishop. I liked.
Yeah,
I like her. I liked her
She's
Yeah.
good.
character.
She's a good actress.
It just was, why call it Hawk? I mean, yeah, they're trying to tie
At
it.
that point, why even call it a Hawkeye? Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It was.
That's
I
what
went
has-
in.
You
Passing
guys
the-
don't read the comics clearly.
That's not.
Passing the
Okay.
arrow.
That's
Yeah,
not the
become
show I was
Hawkeye?
expecting. And
Yeah, she became Hawkeye for a stint.
Alright.
We're in the I don't like these comic book. I don't like this comic universe era of the MCU movies because they're doing the stuff that nobody read, nobody liked when they did it in the comics, and we're in that now, as far as the movies go. So, you know, a lot of people don't.
I mean,
you
I
know,
like
Iron,
that. I think I like that. I
Ironheart
like
and
that
all that
Captain
shit. That shit
America,
is gonna
though.
bomb.
I like that
Captain America. Yeah,
That was
yeah,
good to me. Yeah.
that might work.
I
I
think
don't
that'll
know. I don't-
work.
a new one.
I-
I don't.
I hope it works, but I don't know yet. I don't know.
I don't know.
People gonna
There
accept
are
that,
reports
you know?
saying that they're doing more reshoots already. Like right now. I mean, the movie comes out like 3 months. So hopefully that's not true, or hopefully it's just some added like small stuff, and they're not. I just hate how.
I mean, I feel like I've heard I feel like I hear that for every.
I
movie
think
from
the
Marvel.
Blade movie
always
they
do
officially
reshoots
said
to the last minute.
screw it. If I'm correct, I think
Yeah,
they scrapped it.
and if I was what's his name?
Ali something.
Ali, what's his
Marshawn.
name? Mahershala. Mahershala.
Oh,
If I was
Mahershala.
Mahershala Ali, I would be pissed. You gonna have to pay me. Somebody owe me one because you got to understand when you're especially when you're tied to a franchise or something like that, you can't do shit.
Yeah.
You can't do other. You're missing out on other work. So he was sitting around waiting on all these bad scripts to come out, and he can't work because at any moment they'll be like, all right, green light, let's go. So he's probably missed some projects, 3 or 4 projects
Yeah.
because of this, and I would be pissed. I mean, he asked for it, and if you watch again, if you watch Deadpool and Wolverine, it gets a little bit more spicy, that situation. So, wow.
So yeah, I couldn't avoid that spoiler, but I'm
I
looking
can't believe
forward to it.
I can't believe Marvel let them
You know about that?
get away with
Mhm.
some of that shit. Bro, Marvel let them get away with some shit in that movie. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Y'all let him say that? Wow.
Well, it was funny because there's only one singular joke that they were like, you think you could rewrite that? And it was in the script, and it was just talking about all this Mickey Mouse cock in my mouth, and then, and they wanted them to redo that. Which honestly,
Yeah.
there was a funnier line that they replaced with anyway. So
Yeah.
it was still like a Disney related reference, which is like, so
Right,
Mickey Mouse
right.
now okay, but you can say another Disney related reference, sure, whatever.
Right. It's like the South Park thing. It's like the South Park thing where they wanted to call it South Park Hell on Earth, and they didn't like the fact that it was hell in the title, so they changed it to bigger, longer, uncut. Fine, oh, that's fine, that's perfect. Not realizing they were talking about an uncircumcised penis.
Mhm.
So sometimes that happens. That works sometimes.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
guess,
so
in terms of what we're looking forward to, I know that was like
Yeah.
the
gaming
initial-
wise, let's get to the gaming.
No, we're
Well,
looking
game wise
forward
for
to
me, like
Twitch.
it's a Switch 2, man. It's a Switch 2. It's just to see what the hell
Duh.
Mario Kart 9 is, and I want to see it. That's what
Switch
I'm-
True Cross Metroid Prime 4, motherfucker. That's what I want
Yeah.
to see.
Exactly. Literally, that. I can't think of anything else because in the end of the day, nothing else is like even remotely like. You could say, well, I'm excited to see what Naughty Dog's next game will be, but that could be 17 years from now.
Mhm. Metroid
You know,
Prime
and then-
4. would
So at
be
least
another one.
with the Metroid Prime 4, we've seen it. It's gonna be awesome. We know it's gonna be awesome, and it's like Nintendo Switch 2 is a thing. It's gonna be revealed before March 30th. I'm excited. Excited. That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
I'm looking for our predictions. I forget where I put that sheet.
for the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you lost the sheet. Well, I mean, we could technically always.
Well, I
go
had
back.
to look for something else the other day, and I scrambled everything. But it was, who said the soonest? Who was anybody in January? Who predicted January for like the reveal?
At first,
I think you switched to February.
Didn't I say?
Where the hell?
No, I think I stuck to January, and then
Yeah,
I moved.
and then
I
February was
moved my March to April for the release,
Mm-hmm.
the actual release.
I saw another big YouTuber say April, and that was my shit from the beginning, son. So I just want to say, I
'cause I
don't
was
know
gonna
if he
say-
copied from me, copied from my homework, but
No, remember, because I was like, oh, I said March, and then I was like, oh shit, but then Xenoblade Chronicles X comes out that same
Mhm.
week, and I'm like, why would they want to? And my thing is, I truly believe the launch will be Mario Kart 8 and Metroid Prime 4. I just think that they wouldn't want to have those three together. I think they'd be okay with Xenoblade and Mario Kart. I really do believe they think Metroid Prime and Xenoblade would headbutt each other, and I don't think they want that. So I think it doesn't make sense to release on that day, and that's why they were releasing Xenoblade on the day, because they know it's just a normal day for them. The Switch isn't coming out, so that's my theory. But
Damn.
I would be surprised if Mario Kart and Metroid Prime don't come out on the day one for Switch. I feel like those are the two.
I don't think Mario Kart's day one. I think it's year one. I think it'll
Damn,
be.
I feel like day one will be just the perfect explosion. It's just holy shit, new Mario Kart right away.
Yeah. Well, even
It has
even
to be.
8
If
Deluxe,
not, it
even
has to
8
be year
Deluxe
one.
wasn't day one. Even 8 Deluxe wasn't day one. That was a game that was already done.
Yeah, I
So-
did. Well, because it's just I think to me it's like I guess they found Breath of the Wild to be like that's it for alone, and I guess they just wanted to space it out. But I think that's like the perfect 1-2 combo is a Metroid Prime game and then that multiplayer fun with Mario Kart. Like I just, I think it's unless Metroid Prime has a multiplayer mode. Maybe there'll be a Metroid Prime 4 like multiplayer.
Yeah, I cannot
That
find
might be-
that sheet. I think I might have brought it in another room. Either way, yeah. Other than the Switch 2, I mean, yeah, there's some games that have been revealed and look promising, but as far as like, having a concrete like, yeah, I can't wait to play that. It's that's what I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, what is the next game I'm gonna play? Like after I finish the games from this year, like what's next on my list? And I couldn't really think of
Well,
anything.
you know what? I saw an article out there which is probably very true that a lot of developers are waiting to see when GTA 6 will drop because they don't want to interfere and they don't want to
Yeah.
get buried. and I could understand that, I could get that, but at the same time, we are talking the beginning of next year. I actually don't know what comes out in the beginning of next year. It's nothing that's quite in my mind because these are games I won't play till the end of the decade. so I'm not too worried about that.
So
But
randomly, I found our top 20 Wii U game list where
oh,
I
you
had
did?
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wow.
where
Wait, you wrote down all of ours?
yeah. So that's why
Oh,
I
you
wanted to play. I was doing those trivia games. I'm like, who had this game and like whatever. I can't remember the specific
Oh, that's
question.
right. You did, dude. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I'm just looking through. I guess I should have tried to remake this and see if I would have came in the same order, like without seeing it. Just say make my top 20 Wii U games list.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at it now, and it's like, man, I don't know if that's the order I would have went. I had Tropical Freeze number 6. Like that's
What was
crazy.
the top 5 then?
Bayonetta 2, Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and Mario Maker.
Mario Maker number 1, Xenoblade X 2.
No,
And 3D World's not
3D
in your
World
top.
was 2. Bayonetta 2,
Oh,
3D
I get
World,
what you're saying.
Mario Kart 8.
Oh, so 3D World is not. Would you say 3D World's maybe your number 1 now, or no?
I'd probably put it up there. I'd probably put it ahead. I mean, I had Smash 4 below Splatoon. I mean, we were playing Splatoon a lot. It was fun, but there's no way I'd
Yeah.
put it ahead of Smash 4 at this point.
What was my top 5 then?
Let's see. Well, Rob and
I guess from 1 to 5. So I know.
Robert.
Let me guess. It's Splatoon.
Nope, that was number 2.
Oh, Super Mario 3D World.
3D World was your number 3.
What the? Oh, Smash Wii U, I guess.
Smash Brothers was your number 1.
Number 2 is you said it was Splatoon,
Mm-hmm.
and number 3 is 3D World.
Mhm.
Number 4 is Donkey Kong,
Yep.
and number 5 is Mario Kart.
Yep.
Damn.
Terrell, you think you can remember your?
Nope.
Not the whole 20, that's for sure. But
No. Just give me the top 5.
Your top 5. Take a shot. What do you think was your number 1?
crazy. This was what 8 years ago. Well, yeah, I guess damn near 8 years ago.
Want a hint?
that we made this list. Holy
It was.
shit.
It didn't have a physical release. It was an indie game. Was your
Wait,
number?
what was the?
My number 5 or my
No, your number
1?
1.
Your number 1 was an indie game with no physical release. What game was that even?
No physical release. No physical release. What? Damn it! Physical
Yeah, I
release. What game was
This
that?
man don't even
You
remember.
you got descriptions and shit. Or you just
What
know
game
that
was
based on the,
that?
you just know that based on the name of the game.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I liked
know
the
what that
game.
is.
It was my number 18 game.
Was that?
Or
Do I
19.
even have that on the list?
Let's see who had it on their list. Just me and Terrell.
There's no way it's Fatal
Huh.
Frame. I put Fatal Frame. There's no way I put Fatal Frame number.
No,
1.
that was like number 13 or 14.
It was digital only.
Just try to guess.
Terrell don't even remember his favorite Wii U game.
Just try to guess what your some of your top 5 games then.
If I'm trying to guess my top 5, I'm guessing Smash is up there.
That was your number 2.
I'm guessing Bayonetta 2 was up there.
That was your number 9.
Whoa.
Wait, damn, I don't remember. Like, hold on.
This
Wait.
man was capping all Wii U era. Look at this shit.
Wait. Was Pikmin 3 up there? Like
Number
that.
14 or 15. I'm trying to do
Okay,
the
so
math.
I know
All right,
that. I know that in your top 10.
Oh wait, Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Okay, that was in your top 5.
Okay.
Oh man, so what was that, number 5?
Bruh.
4.
Holy shit.
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I better not be right, and you don't know.
That was your number 5.
If Donnie Arts, what
Let's
he's
see,
saying,
Donnie
then
probably
tell
knows.
me.
Oh yeah, Donnie knew.
Yanni knows.
I'm not
No,
looking
don't
at the
look.
chat. So
Don't
I'm
look.
not
Don't look.
That's insane though. That was your number 1 Wii U game of all time. I'm surprised.
That was my guess, and I was like, yeah.
I'm trying to think digital.
All time.
Was it Shantae?
Mm-hmm.
It was Shantae.
Which one though?
Yeah. Which one?
Probably Pirate's Curse.
Yep.
Pirate's Curse.
Yeah.
That's your
My brain
favorite
was
Wii U game
like,
of all
I'm
time.
trying to. I think.
Well, at the
think I was-
time, that's what he ranked.
Would it
What
still
year was
be
that?
Zero?
2017.
I think I played that game like 3 or 4 times.
Was Pirate's Curse
2017?
new for the Wii U, or is that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
Wii U and 3DS.
Yep.
And then it got ported to Switch.
So
later.
you didn't say your number 2 game yet, I don't think.
Two games.
Maybe you did, and I just missed it.
We didn't have any.
There was no.
You remember
Pokemon.
somebody? You remember when that person made that the level on Smash with the big Shantae who was dancing and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was
boy, you
amazing.
remember
That-
Yeah.
And they even had her like hips rocking, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It had her hips rocking. Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
What was he?
That was amazing.
I remember that. Yeah.
Well, so you got your 1. Your did you say your 3, 4, and 5? Or no, just your 4
I'm
and
missing.
5.
So I'm missing my
Let's
3D
see.
World.
3D World. That's like number 15 for you.
Okay,
Shantae
Yeah,
Oh wait,
is
no,
Sonic Lost
no,
World?
3D World was number
Sonic Lost
5.
World?
Sorry.
okay. I'm
Shantae
about to
was
say, I'm pretty
digital
sure.
only.
Wait, maybe not number 5. 2019, 18, 17. It was your number
digital only.
6. It was number 6. 3D World. 5 was.
What
I already
about,
said your 5 was.
Sonic Lost World was that?
Oh
on
yeah, I
yours?
probably put Lost World up there.
Mm-hmm.
Xenoblade Chronicles X was 5. Tokyo Mirage was 4,
Yeah.
and then
Still think
Shantae was 1. You haven't
that's
said your
crazy.
2 and 3 yet.
No, so now Lost
was
World.
Smash
Now
wasn't
Lost
up
World?
there.
2.
Smash wasn't 2 or 3. Okay.
Smash was 2.
3.
So no Lost World. It's not
No.
number 3 or something.
He
Oh,
had
I
that
must not have put-
12th or 13th.
Yeah, I think I put it lower. I guess I put it lower than I thought I did.
It was a
Sonic
new
Boom.
IP. Split. Shit, I almost said it.
Oh, Splatoon.
Yeah.
yeah. of course.
I meant it was a new
It's
IP.
weird, it's weird to think about Splatoon.
T,
as
what
an
do you
IP
think?
Now.
You think you can get your top 5?
Jesus.
I know I can, motherfucker.
Let me find
Captain
you. Okay.
Toad.
I'm gonna start with one, and I'm not quite sure if it made top 5, but I'm gonna start with Smash.
Yep, that was your number 5.
Okay.
Fine,
See,
okay.
I see. Yeah, my memory is impeccable. My goodness. Tropical Freeze.
That was your number 1.
Mm-hmm.
2, I mean. Sorry,
one.
2.
Number
2.
two.
Yeah, 2. Obviously, Chronicles X is number 1.
Now it is, but not back then. It was number 6.
Whoa,
really?
Remember, you hadn't
six.
finished it yet. You got.
Oh yeah, I was a late bloomer on that game. That's
Mhm.
right. That's the only.
I don't know if you got to the
I'd be
boss
cur-
at that point.
I'd be curious where I put that because I was not even like remotely close to that. Finishing.
I have kind of a scribble. I can't read what it says. I think,
okay.
I think it might have been. Yeah, it was your like 15th.
Okay, that makes sense.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Where was that at? Where the hell is it? Oh, I had to put it down here. You had that at 14 or 15.
What?
Damn. Wasn't that your game of the year? That year?
That was my game of the year for this.
I remember that. I do remember that.
How
That
did
was
they get
your
to
game.
14? Okay, let me ask you this: are these exclusive Wii U's?
That's just
Or I guess it
just
don't
any
matter.
game on Wii U.
Okay, well, damn. I know I was high on Deus Ex Director's Cut. Is that in the top
Nah.
5? I don't
No,
think so.
I don't think it was
Yeah,
even in the
okay.
top 10, 20. To be honest, it's not on my sheet.
What? What? Well, definitely Watch Dogs. I'm just playing. Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Actually, you
Okay,
might
stop
have.
playing.
Where the? But I might have had a
Uh,
second sheet of paper that had your because yeah I don't see your like your low ones like your
Super Mario
20th 19
3D World.
you had that at 4 3D World.
So what I got?
Mario
I got
Kart.
2, 4, and 5 so far. Mario Kart.
That's 3.
Your number
What am I
one,
missing? I'm just missing one, right?
Star Fox Zero.
No, that ain't it, mama. Who's my number one at that time?
Did you love Captain Toad?
Oh, I had it too.
Bayonetta.
Oh.
Fuck.
3 people had Bayonetta. It's number 1.
And number one?
Rob of Rule 2, T, and myself. Yeah, I didn't. No one else.
Different era, man.
I didn't write down or had it on a different sheet. If like
Donnie Arts just asked, did anyone have Kirby the Rainbow Curse on their list? I know I definitely did.
I did.
definitely
Did
had it.
Juice? I'm about to say
yeah, it
Juice
was number
there.
16 for me.
What about me?
T had it at 17. Red Knight had
What?
it at 16. Robert had it. I don't know
Had
if that's
what?
Rainbow Curse. Is that a 10? Yeah, 10th. You had it 10th or 11th.
Yeah.
Sorry, 11th.
Dang.
So, man,
Rainbow Curse.
It's a great game.
It is
It's a
great.
really fun game.
I just wanted to play that bitch on my HD TV.
I tried. I would
I
be like,
kept trying.
I would do.
so I don't have, like I said, I must have had a second sheet that had the rest of the games because some people only one person had it
Yeah.
on their list, so I ran out of paper or room on the sheet. But
Woolly World got to be in my top 10. Come on.
yeah, we both had it at 10.
Okay.
Or no,
Okay.
you had it at 10, 8. So
Okay.
How
gonna
long is
say,
this
10
podcast? I
seems-
mean, 20 per person? That's got to be a long podcast.
and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of
No, we
or
showed
6.
up on time. We went
6
bullshitting that kid.
Yeah, I guess. But even then, like that sounds. Because I remember we would do long ass.
So what do you guys think the overall? Remember, I totaled up everyone's. Oh shit! I don't have them written down here, like. In order of what I took everyone's scores and then I figured out what the total was, who the actual winner. Oh, I did. I just I crossed them out, so I'd have to relook at it here. I think Mario Kart 8 was the winner with the most points. Everyone had it higher on their list, enough to be the winner. And then 2 games, Splatoon and 3D World, were tied. Oh, Smash was number 1.
Would you add up the placings?
Yeah, because if it was your number 1 game, it got 20 points. If it was your number 2 game, it got 19 points. So Smash was the winner, Mario Kart was second, and then 3D World and Splatoon were tied for third. What was Bayonetta? Might have been no, Tropical Freeze was 4th and Bayonetta was 5th, I believe. So
That sounds about right for the greatest.
I do want to re-listen to that one because I said we had fun.
I see right now is 2.5 hours. Actually shorter than I thought it would be.
we had fun like trying to guess who had what. I was like, who had this game this high? We were like, oh, it had to have been so and so, and it was like, it was good times. Yeah. Also, I found my 2021 Game of the Year list, Robert, and
Oh yeah.
there's a game on here. It's definitely not on yours. Kena Bridge of Spirits, number 4 from me.
Hey.
I had no honorable mention.
It makes the video game montage, so there's a little clip of there, my video game montage. So.
I don't think I played it until the next year. So it wouldn't have been on my 20. It would have been my 22 probably.
God, I wouldn't have been
man.
able to guess my 3, 4, and 5, honestly.
No, let me guess. So
The cat game.
I didn't play it yet.
Stray?
I haven't played it yet.
What, Stray?
no,
I think that was 22
Stray.
anyway.
That was 22, yeah. Because that's what I did. I played Stray and Kena this pretty much back to back.
Resident Evil Village is number 2.
No, it's on the list.
No, Metroid Dread is number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil Village 3.
No,
Yeah, that's 21.
4?
5.
Okay, 5. Damn. All right, so then you just need 3 and 4, which would be
Well, I said 4, but
Oh, you
COVID
said.
years.
Oh, you just said.
Can't-
I feel like I already. I
I
forgot
said
what
it
was.
already earlier, but it's all right.
Oh, Kana.
Mhm.
Okay, so just three. For 2021.
It was a pretty low year for me. I didn't even have an honorable mention. I think I only played these 5 games.
78.
Well, how's it gonna be this year? Because I feel like I think a lot of us. Well, I mean, I know I'm just the host, but for you guys, you're all kind of like, oh
Well,
man. we
Terrell
haven't
said he
played
wasn't
as
gonna be able to be on it because wasn't gonna have enough games. So
I don't think I'm having enough games.
many. Good co-host.
I got right now. I have Stellar Blade,
Let's see.
Astro
For this year?
Bot,
Yeah, for this year.
2021.
Lost Crown, Prince of Persia, Lost Crown, Echoes of Wisdom, and if I count the Shadows of Erdtree, otherwise I gotta pick up Black Myth when it comes out physically. And
Who are you, Jeff Keighley?
I think I only have. I think I might. I said if I beat everything I bought, then it'd be like 3.
in my
I still wouldn't have enough.
I'm on Xbox, so I got plenty of games I can talk about. Came out this year. Oh wait,
Damn.
same with PlayStation. Well, Astro Bot.
there's a few. There's a few. Well, one came out today. I know that business getting a lot of good reviews. So
Oh, yeah.
it's probably going to be in my top.
In the Great Circle or is it the Big Circle?
It's the Great Circle.
Was
Somebody,
Jesus.
you must have seen the whatchamacallit video.
it Donkey that did?
Donkey video. He put the
Yeah.
big circle.
He did the Big Circle. Yeah.
He's
And then-
stupid.
yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
exactly what you saw when you said.
Yeah,
the big
I was like the
circle.
Big
Mhm.
Circle. I'm like, why am I thinking? I'm like, yeah, that's right. It was
It's
literally
the donkey
today that
shit.
I saw it.
Yeah, I'll probably I might check that out in April 2025 or whatever.
You gonna pay full price for that motherfucker?
Well, I
You
mean,
just- well, you don't have an Xbox
even
anymore.
even on
so I
Xbox,
guess
it's
we
gonna
have
be
no
full
choice.
price somehow because there's gonna be no physicals. It's gonna be $70 or $80.
No, there's a physical version. It just
Gonna
the
be-
game ain't on that bitch.
Really?
No, but I'm
game is
saying
barely-
it's
yeah.
gonna be. You know how they print like 10 copies of their Xbox.
Oh yeah, well obviously yeah.
Did they say it's not the full game or?
Yeah, it's already been confirmed that because the Xbox discs are. Oh my god.
The
Wait,
dicks?
what?
Pause.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
The
What-
Xbox discs.
I don't know, bro.
Aren't as big?
I want you to say it with your chest. Say it with your whole chest.
That's actually why I thought you.
Yeah.
Not as big as the pony discs.
Oh.
What? They don't have 4K? I thought they have 4K.
No. I mean
Oh my
they
God.
I know the disc size, the capacity is not as big.
I don't
So
trust you saying discs anymore, bro.
Well, I know there's a 66 gig
I-
dual layer, and then there's a 100
Yeah.
gig triple layer or something.
yeah, well they don't want to spend the money on that because they don't care about physical discs anymore.
Yeah, I don't trust you, dog. Don't say it. Please.
They just I forget the company's
CDs.
name, but the
Oh,
Black
no.
Myth
Oh,
guys just confirmed the whole game, patches, and the new content or whatever is going to be on the disc when it comes
God
out.
bless them. God bless you.
I heard for a long time people saying it's an empty box as a download code. I was like, that'd be stupid. Like, don't even bother at this point because people aren't buying a box anyway. Like, what purpose would that serve? But
So they can have retail space.
yeah, they don't want
That's
retail
all it
space,
is.
man.
Buy it in 3 years.
They
Well,
got
it's a marketing thing.
it's just
But does anybody even go to the store anymore?
thinking about
No.
just thinking about the aisles at Best Buy, the game aisles now. It's sad. I mean, Walmart still got a pretty big section, but I hear that
Walmart's still full, yeah.
they're considering slowing down on that too. It's like, man, gonna have to cave at some point, but
That's the only reason I even want to go in there. You're gonna get rid of using
yeah, I barely go to
Walmart
Best
is-
Buy now that they got rid of movies physical.
yeah.
I used to go in there, every couple weeks, pick up a couple movies. You never know, I still give them business. I don't know where I can't think of anywhere else I'd buy a TV from, to be honest, at this point. But because you either
I
get
was talking
good, I got 15% back, or I could have got 2 or 3 years no interest. I know other places do that, but like I ain't going to Walmart buying a TV. I mean, just I know they started to get some of the higher end TVs the last couple of years, but it's like I want to pay. I want payments, or I want some kind of funds back. I ain't just gonna go some random place and just pay full price and with no benefits. So other than that, refrigerators. I don't know if I'd go to Best Buy for that. Probably go to like Menards or Home Depot or something. Back in the day, you'd go to Sears if you wanted anything. They had games, they had movies, they had TVs, they had home theater stuff, they had tools, appliances. It was crazy. Like, how did you fail when you had everything?
It's getting so bad out there, bro. I saw a little not expose is not the right word, but a little news thing where they were talking about how they're converting
into apartments.
I
just watched that like 2 days ago.
Oh, fuck.
But the mall's still open, so it's weird. Like,
the mall is still open. Like on the first floor, there's all the stores and shit. But like the apartments are on the second.
Because the
third
code
floor.
though, they can't have a stove in there. They can't cook food.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
That to me, I'm not. That would be a deal breaker.
So just come to our restaurant down on that first floor.
It would be cool though if they could find a way, like especially ones that have like skylight ceilings and like that's your street. That's your go for your walk and stuff like in the mall, and then.
Right.
But yeah, there's just a lot of work that has to be done. But I mean,
Are you saying the houses can't have ovens?
Yeah, the apartments or whatever can't have ovens in the
Really?
mall because of the code. They can't have all
What the
open
hell?
flame. I don't know about a little. If you could have like an electric little burner or something to heat.
Yeah, that's not an open flame. So I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's
Open
crazy.
flame. That's just a little burner on the top of a stove. I can understand the oven because that, if you leave something in there long enough, you can burn the whole place down. But I guess the open flame, I guess the burner, you could do the same thing. You leave.
I'm like, I want to be able at least be able to make mac and cheese in a pinch or something. Like, come on.
If you can't microwave it, then you fucked.
Well, I tell you what, Black Friday just passed, right? And this was, I don't know if I did last year actually, but I used to every year go to a GameStop to pick up. They always have a deal. It's like buy one get like 3 free used games.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to come out with like 8 games. It was great, but I last time I went to GameStop, that game didn't even work, and I was like, Jesus. So it's like stuff like that, like. I don't know. I just don't bother. I just go online. I go on eBay. I pick up my older classics there. People have photos. They've tested it. You know what I mean? It's just so much easier and more reliable than just going to even stores that are big, like a GameStop and stuff. And it's just like, it was funny. Even like even unfortunately, I would like to support it more, but like mom and pop shops even, but because like these smaller stores like that, you would think they'd price it competitively so they could go against the online stuff, but they don't. Sometimes they put a market up higher than even online prices, and you're like, well, I'm just gonna buy online then. So what's the fucking point of coming here? Like even my it was like my half sister. She took a photo of like GoldenEye and what was it? I think Smash and she's like, oh, do you have these? I'm like, yeah, of course. And then she just brought them recently at some store, I guess, that she was near. But like, the condition wasn't amazing. I'm like, you definitely could have just gotten a better thing on eBay. And then it was like she was and it was funny because she was like, oh, do you have the Paper Mario? I'm like, for GameCube. I'm like, oh yeah, because they only have the Japanese one here. I'm like, yeah, of course, look. And it's nice that it's like people find it so surprising. And I'm sure T, if you were to show anyone yours, they'll be like, damn, I can't believe you have this. Like, how do you have these games? Like as if it's impossible to own them nowadays. Like you go on eBay and stuff, there's a bajillion listings of every single game you could ever ask for. It's like I just unfortunately stores is just not something that I go into because one, they're not it's not convenient enough, and also a lot of times it's just better to do it like online for shopping. Unfortunately, again, even when it comes to the mom and pop shops, unfortunately, because they don't price competitively, so it's that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man.
Luckily, there's places that will never go away. Like home improvement stores, places that sell wood or big, large equipment.
I guess the Yeah.
I love
They can't
going to like Home Depot and Menards. Sometimes it sucks because of traffic or parking lot at Menards sucks. But actually being in the store, it's like let me just go browse. I'll see if I can find something I need. Like I love doing that stuff. I did that at Best Buy for years with DVDs. I used to spend an hour going through. They had a dozen racks. They had alphabetical order. Movies in alphabetical. They had like 12 racks to cover everything.
Yeah.
And I'd have an armful of DVDs by the end, and it was that's the joy. Yeah, you can do that. You can just keep adding to your cart and stuff, but
No, I get it. There is something great. I mean, that's why even like midnight launches, when Super Mario Brothers Wonder came out, that midnight launch was great. To go into a store, you get something, people are excited. You grab a physical game coming from somebody, and you walk out. You feel amazing. It does feel great for sure. So I do get that, but
Terrell, you got any games you're looking forward to?
Not really. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. The
Pokemon
one thing
Let's
I'm hoping for the Game Awards on Thursday.
Oh, that's this Thursday?
Yeah, it's the 12th.
You streaming it?
Yeah, to give me at least something I can.
what about
Give me-
Legends ZA?
I mean, I haven't seen any footage of it.
Which
I
one?
guess yeah, but
I'm
like
not, I'm not like. I mean,
Legends Arceus.
when you say excited, you mean like I
Well,
can't
yeah, I
wait
guess
kind of
there's
excited.
a difference between like I'm probably going to buy it and wow, I'm hyped. There's definitely a
Yeah,
difference.
yeah. Am I looking forward to some games? Sure, but like I'm not like
For sure.
the only thing we have like that right now is probably a console, and at that point, I think I'll be more excited once they give me a teaser trailer. I just need to see
Yeah.
it in action. Then I can go through my full speculation paranoia mode, and then wait for T to make his analyzation video, and then him take 6 months. It's gonna drive me crazy. I'm like, T, where's my content at, dog? I can't geek out in the comment section if you don't put up the video. Nah. That's what I want. I want the Nintendo new console hype train. We just at this point we're in the rumor mill, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
I've done this too many times now. Between the Switch, the NX hype, and then even a little bit of the Wii U hype, it was just like I need.
I was not
Yeah,
around for that Wii U hype. I'm not too sure.
It wasn't anything crazy.
There wasn't a lot of Wii U hype.
But there was a lot of Nintendos. It was a lot of
It
Pretendos
was
out here.
pretty early this community, so
Yeah.
I will say
we were
that
just we were trying to get back into the conversation because with the
Yeah,
360 PS3, they were like, I mean, y'all just made money. Isn't that the point of a con? Nah, y'all ain't included. Y'all ain't got BioShock. We get out of here. I'm just like, bro, come on, bro. Some last couple years, and then the first couple years Wii U, it was just like, you look at all these tinky winky ass games. You can't even get Rayman Legends as an exclusive. I was like, bro, this is rough. We out here
Oh, I
fighting
forgot
for our
about that.
lives.
Forgot about that bullshit.
Y'all
They
don't even
made-
have
we-
exclusive.
we made y'all
Did
wait.
y'all see how
We made-
Call of Duty runs on the Wii U? Ugh.
Where is
Oh,
Rayman
my
Legends on this list? I know some
Did I
people
have
had
it?
it.
But I don't know. It's probably towards the
probably
bottom
like
of
number
mine.
20 or
it fell
something.
out of favor after it did the bullshit.
Yeah, I
The
think
funny
only
thing is-
it must have been on the second sheet I no longer have.
So
It's probably
listen,
number 20. for me,
Rayman
'cause I never
Legends-
finished it. I never
the
finished
problem is that Rayman Legends is a good game. It's not as good as the first one, and I think that on top of it being taken
I
out
feel
of
like that's got to be a controversial opinion. I feel like I've heard
Rayman Origins is a better platform. Rayman Legends
I don't
is,
know.
is
I don't
fun.
think I've heard that.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I
Yeah,
haven't
what
heard
do
that.
you mean?
I haven't heard that.
Rayman
I think-
Origins platforming is tight as fuck. Legends is
Rayman
good.
Legends is tight as
Legends is
fuck.
good. It's good. I'm not saying it's not.
It's greatness.
I think Origins is arguably the better game. I'm gonna just say that.
Wasn't
I
a
mean,
lot
I
of
think
Origins
As
in
someone who
Legends?
played Somewhat of Origins.
Say what?
Didn't there wasn't a good chunk of Origins in Legends? The levels.
There were Origins levels in Legends. Yeah, there were.
Yeah, you actually could play a decent chunk of Origins levels in Legends.
I'm not saying Legends is bad by any means. I'm just saying I think Origins is still technically the better game.
For sure. I genuinely that's the first time I heard that, so that's why I'm just
Really?
saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, even in our chat, I always hear how Clocked always says that it's like one of the goats. I think it's one of the goats of platforming. I'm pretty sure T thinks the same. I think Retro thinks the same. So that's always been like in the circle, I've always heard Rayman Legends, but I've never quite heard Origins. So
I'm gonna go with Legends over Origins. No, no disrespect, but
damn.
you're wrong. You're wrong. It's Legends. You
The other
can't
problem
beat
is
yeah,
that.
that-
that's actually a
I don't
game.
even think they've. I don't think they ported Origins. That's the other problem.
No.
Yeah, well, Origins
What was-
also is one that I never finished. I only played somewhat of it, so I can't
Origins is on PS3, 360. It's also on Wii. People,
yeah.
people forget about that. And then I think it has a PC port, and that's like the only modern way you can play it.
I played. Well,
You-
actually, I don't know. Let me see. Rayman Origins might be backwards compatible on Series X.
It
Let's
could be
see.
actually.
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised because there's some, there's just some random games.
Oh, Visor hit me with the Project Cars. Ugh.
Oh.
Oh, you did. Why'd you do that, Visor?
Oh
Why?
my goodness!
How dare you?
Listen, I needed to be
Open
understood.
up these old wounds.
Every fan base, every console fan base goes through a struggle period, and bruh, them
The
early
disrespect.
we were
The
just
amount
waiting for
of
Mario 3D
disrespect.
World to come out, dog. That's what we needed one game, and that game didn't come out until 2013. I was like, damn.
We had so many companies that were bold enough to just talk shit on wax. They didn't care. They just,
Yeah,
they
the
just-
disrespect was crazy.
the Wii U disrespect was unbelievable.
Y'all didn't understand something. Nintendo fans be like, man, we chilling. Nah, y'all
Yeah.
you only been chilling recently. You've been chilling for the last
Yeah,
7
right.
years.
Why
buddy.
did they
Right.
never bring this game?
that you can. You could play it on Series X. Oh no, I'm showing you blurry ass.
Oh, yeah,
you
with
could,
the
you could play
360
that.
version.
You actually could play Origins the backwards compatible on
Look,
Series
look,
X.
look how
That's
beautiful that shit is. That shit is beautiful.
There you
Oh, no,
go.
listen,
Girl, you got another thing you could play on your Series X.
I mean, I need to finish Persona with the.
You got like
Yeah,
120 hours in that damn
Yeah,
game.
I was like, wait a minute, you haven't finished it? God damn.
I finished the main game. I haven't finished the DLC yet. The DLC is another 40 hours.
Holy shit, dude.
So that needs to be finished before I can do anything else.
Christ.
God damn, man.
But yeah, it's people.
Well,
and
because
people-
actually, we should have maybe we should talk about our Xbox hours. We all have Xbox hours, our year in review. Even
Oh,
Juice has
that?
some.
Mm-hmm.
Even Juice
But
has a
had-
little
yeah,
bit.
but
At 3 hours. 90
what-
minutes
yeah,
on
I know.
Hellblade and like 86 or 70 minutes in Forza Horizon 4.
Is that from like the actual Series X that you had for a
Yeah,
little bit?
yep.
Damn,
And then
you
never
really
played
played. You
Hellblade
plugged
2.
it in, played it, and packaged it.
He said he was like, nah, and cut that shit back off.
If I would have had if I would have got a new game at the same time I got it, then I would have,
I
obviously
really
had something to
thought
play.
you were gonna at least. I thought you would at least play Hellblade 2 before you got
Me
rid of it.
too.
That's
I
the
really
thing.
thought.
I
that
thought
was
at least, if nothing else, you would finish Hellblade 2 before you.
No, I'm surprised. It's
Well,
got too
man,
much Xbox stink on it. That's why.
I could-
You know,
Hey, listen,
you know,
like I said, every console fan base has to deal with a rough patch of years,
it's like
and Xbox fans have been dealing with it since
I think if I was
2013.
confident my PC could.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if my PC, if I was confident could run it well, I would have already played it.
Yeah, at that point, upgrading your PC would have been. Well, actually, didn't you upgraded something?
Just the
your PC
CPU.
recently?
That's
What'd
not
you
the
go to?
limitation. I still went with like a 2 or 3 year old.
Hangout.
I still went with like a 2 or 3 year old.
I mean, which one? though? I'm just
I
curious.
forget what it's called. I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Oh man, he's no fun, bro.
Guy at work
the
helped
second-
me pick it out. It's just more for
I got the second
what do you
PC
call it?
case in
Productivity.
OLED, man. I was curious.
it was a productivity first CPU, like more than for gaming. But AMD, it's crazy. I have a work with an AMD fanboy.
That was it. I just bought.
What's that?
That's why. The Ryzen 7.
Is it the 3D?
Yeah, it's the 7800 X30.
Yeah, that's like literally the best CPU for gaming you can get. Like it used to be Intel used to be the best, but AMD was like the more budget friendly. Now it's completely flipped. AMD's got the #1 gaming
do?
CPU.
But I probably spent more on this than I probably am willing to admit. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah, they're $400 or $500 from what I remember.
Yeah, I know.
Hey man, life goes on.
We should.
That's
No,
all the
I
keys
want.
right there.
You know, I want T to discuss. what company out of our three has done the worst this year so far? Well, I guess not so far. It's December, for God's sakes.
This
What do you
year,
mean? Out of
Yeah,
the-
this year in terms of
Big
like public reception and in terms of smart
Public
business
reception?
decisions.
I mean, Sony's made some
It's been
blunders.
the worst.
Oh no, Sony's made some hell. Yeah, who's been the worst?
That's that's Microsoft. Well, fucking hands
Yeah,
down.
that's right, because they did go back on the only 4 games.
Sony won
Right.
that first place though.
Now
and-
there's
and
no red
yeah.
lines.
Yeah, most of it is just it's just messaging and their fan base and shit.
I don't know
Like
what
that's
they want from. I don't know what they want their fans to buy at this point. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
right. Like I don't understand. Like
'Cause-
I feel I feel bad for Xbox because they've been waiting and waiting for Microsoft to acquire this stuff and they can finally have something to put their chests out about. And Microsoft's like, nah, we putting that shit on everything. Like, that's just they've been hanging on for all these years to finally be able to stand with the big boys when it comes to their first party stuff, and they finally acquired all this stuff, and Microsoft's like, nah, we just put this shit on everything. Don't worry about it. That's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up. And I think most of them accepted it. It's just the way that Microsoft is dulling this shit out. Like, just rip the Band-Aid off. They should have did that shit early in the year. Rip the fucking Band-Aid off. It's like, all right, we acquired Activision Blizzard. That was $80 billion. Not Satya Nadella is now clearly he's making the decision as far as their gaming stuff goes. So just be like, hey, instead of all this case by case bullshit they've been saying, and then like the way they did, I think the worst one was Indiana Jones. That was like that to me was like the worst.
Promotion for that recently too. I don't know if anyone else
Like,
has.
give the Xbox fans some time to enjoy their fucking new game before you didn't have to tell everybody it was coming to PlayStation 5. Maybe you did that because you were worried about reviews. Because once everybody knew it was coming to PS5, it's like, oh, we ain't gonna shit on it now. But I don't know. Their messaging is terrible. You can still have an identity and do what you're trying to do. And that's my problem with them. It's like there should be a red line. There should be a red line for Halo, for Forza, for fucking probably Fable. I would probably throw in there, and Gears. That should be your red line. Everything else is up for grabs. You got to have some kind of, like, you want people to get Game Pass. No? Do you want people to subscribe to Game Pass or not? So obviously
that's
it's
right.
cheap. Yes,
Omar brother, we also lost Tango this year. That
Yeah,
weird
Tango,
weird situation.
I didn't even gotten a Tango yet.
At least they
fucking,
got saved.
They got saved, but my
Did
problem
they?
is that Microsoft.
Did they?
But here's my problem.
I don't
Here's
know.
my problem. Microsoft put
We'll
them
find out,
in
I guess.
Microsoft put them in a terrible position.
A terrible position.
When you had them make a great game, it was well received, even got an award, and then was like, closing the studio. What?
And then they ported the game, and then they did anything.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like you didn't want. It's like here's your baby. She came out beautiful. I think we need to give her a little bit of head trauma first before we.
And what is
Yeah.
Tango costing you? A couple of $1,000, $250 in billing every year?
It wasn't
Like,
expensive, and you just
couple
had
$100,000.
goodwill.
That's nothing to you as a company. Like, come on.
And
Come
even
on.
Phil was like, unfortunately, I know it's not Phil's fault, but it's like, he's like,
Oh,
yeah,
he
what's
ain't
the Phil
got no
right?
control.
Will hold
Oh,
himself. He'll hold
thanks.
himself.
That's something we really need in our catalog is like
Right.
High Rush, how it works, and I'm like,
Wait, was this year the year where Phil got on those like a lot of like podcasts and said all that nonsense?
They had
Was that
that
this year?
emergency.
No, that was 23. That was
Was
the end
it?
of last year with the
Okay.
podcast stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
But
there was the podcast, but then they did the emergency. We
the
got to
business meeting or whatever that shit
Oh,
was.
that
to
was
address the
funny.
four
That was this year.
to address the 4
that's
games that
right.
was this year.
Who decided to do that bullshit? Like, what?
it's because
Who
they're
was
like,
that
And it's
for?
like they didn't clear anything up. They just said, "Well,
No.
these 4."
If anything, it got worse. It was like
They said it's
y'all-
Starfield or anything on this. And the way he answered it told you every fucking thing. he was like, it does not include Indiana Jones.
and you're just like, what?
You're
What are
like,
you
what the
talking
fuck was that?
about?
Well, what was that? So
I would
Indiana
say
Jones
when
is
it
definitely
comes
coming.
to
And here's the thing: Indiana Jones should be a fucking multi-plat. It's
Mhm.
Indiana Jones. I say that about. I think Spider-Man should be a multi-plat, but Sony ain't having that shit. They might be
They
pretty
lost too
soon
much
though.
money. Yeah.
Right. So I'm fine with that. Like,
But why?
I get,
but it's
if you
introduced
don't
as
want to
my
announce,
problem is you're introducing it as an exclusive.
right? And then a couple months later, we know it's not. It's just
And it's like
that's
what the fuck? Why did you do that? Why did you lie
Yeah.
to the consumer base?
And to
why
me,
did you
an
don't
announcement-
open yourself up to that question so you don't have to answer that shit at least.
Yeah.
I think we got to consider Sony's stupid PSN requirement plus the disastrous move to
Oh, that-
buy the
yeah.
Concord,
Oh, yeah, the
Concord
PSN.
dev, and then put all
think-
that money
I think
into it.
business wise, Sony
Well,
had the
also-
worst
Yeah.
shit business wise.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what I was gonna say. Well, the PSN requirement not only for like the games on Steam and the stuff with Helldivers, but also with the Portal. And the reason why I say that is because the Portal, hearing it, oh, you can play your games on the cloud and you don't need the PS5 for anymore. Awesome. But you gotta maybe be a member of PlayStation Plus in order to get
Yeah,
access
of
to any of that
course.
stuff. And you're just like,
I
what?
don't blame them for that. I think that's
Yeah, I
what they
mean,
should be
you got it. You're not
But
just
it-
gonna
it-
get
it
free
comes
games.
off-
Like what the hell?
But here, well, it comes off as I bought.
Well, I guess you should be able to just buy the game. I get this.
Oh, you can't just okay.
No, you have to be a PlayStation Plus member to
Gotcha.
take advantage of it. I think
But if
that's
you own the
right.
game, I guess yeah. If you don't have a
Which
PS5,
tier is it, by the way? Which tier is it? Remember, there's like 3 tiers.
Oh,
Which
that's
tier
right.
Which
That's
tier
why
do
they're
you
making it. That's why they're making a handheld, so you can just buy games separately at some point in the future.
I almost.
Actually, I'm very, we gotta find that. Hold on. 'cause
Oh
that-
yeah, now I'm
I
down.
mean-
You made me curious.
but
Why should
to
be
be
the most
fair,
expensive
that
free
was
game?
never the advertised use of the.
It
of
wasn't, but it.
So
kinda,
they're
I mean,
adding a feature that's maybe not as good as it could.
That should have been a day one thing, though.
Yeah, like I think
That
the
should have been
console
there
stuff is still
day
kind-
one. The cloud thing, because that
the
if I'm
portal
already a-
itself is kind of an L in its initial release. In general.
PlayStation
Yeah.
Plus
the initial release of Portal was a complete L, because that cloud thing
How
would have
much
been
is it,
okay.
Robert?
Well, hey, I have PSN or whatever. I pay for that. It'd be cool. I can play my game on the go. The games that are on PSN that I actually want to play on the go that I'm going through. That's cool. I do that fucking with the Xbox. So that is a cool incentive. But you release the shit without that functionality. It's like
the
so
most
I have to basically, and it's expensive. It's a little bit better value now, but it was worse value when you sold the fucking thing.
So
And all you could really do was play at home because the Wi-Fi, the connection was awful in the beginning.
Yeah, they
if it's
fixed
what
that
I,
too.
if it's what I'm
it's-
looking at,
It's the most expensive one. It's the premium one, which is $160
yeah, it's like
a year.
$18 a month, or you can spend $160 a year.
Yeah, but
So
again,
that's
like
the one to do the. So if you want to, but the thing is, people were like, "Oh, let's go the whole stream." Even
But yeah, the problem is it was something to champion the console. Well, I don't know. I
And
guess
now
console will work.
it turns out I didn't know this until you brought it up that it has to be the most expensive premium tier.
And also, this is also, and remember, this service
I'm
already went
just
up.
learning that right now. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
But
that's
what
it
else?
is.
And then,
just
and then
asking.
remember, the PSN Plus went up. Was it the end of last year or the beginning of this year? And there was no like benefit for it. It just went up in price.
But here's what
Yeah,
I'm trying to
well-
understand: who thought you were just gonna be able to play brand new PS5 games through the cloud? They don't have that. That service don't exist on
No, but,
PlayStation.
like,
Right.
Like,
No,
and that's where
I thought
Xbox
you
is
could
better
buy
with
the
their
game.
first party
I
stuff.
could buy the game.
Yeah, but they
That's
don't
just on
have.
cloud right away.
Sony doesn't have a cloud-based buy a game, play the game on a cloud system. They don't.
I thought it was for specific. That my mind says people were saying,
Why
"Oh,
don't they?
games."
You know what I'm saying,
They're
but
"Oh,
they don't.
games."
So why are we expecting it all of a sudden for the Portal to work like that? Like that's where I'd
Well,
question
wasn't all
it.
of us.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
Well, Portal is the perfect device for you to have a service like that.
It was
So,
Yeah,
one of
but
those things.
There was
where
no
you-
announcement of this new cloud service where you could buy games and own them on the cloud and stream them to any device for PlayStation. It's always been
I'm saying
whatever games were
and yet
in the
people were
service.
capping for a Portal like it was the best new device ever made. Like Jesus,
The other
handed
problem
Craig
is
down,
that the
and handed that shit to
the
people.
update is catered.
Like-
the update is catered to people who don't have a PS5. That's the idea.
Is it?
You don't.
I don't think so.
Well,
There's
that
PS5
update
games
is-
on there. You can play PS5 games on that tier through the cloud
No,
that you
but-
don't own.
Which one?
But no, but my point is, I say it's geared. I say it's geared towards people who don't own a PS5 because now you could treat it without. You can use it without you having a PlayStation 5.
You can use
Like,
it, but
that's-
what's the? I mean, you're just gonna
What
play
would be the
whatever
point?
games they
Well,
have
that's
on
the
their
prob-
PlayStation.
That was the problem I was presenting, is that
At this point, it's still only good for people who have a PS5.
Yeah, it's a
Even
it's-
with this
it's an
service,
accessory for the
it's,
PS5. I
It's a
don't.
nice accessory. If you have PSN and you have a PS5, that's who it's for. It's you're not convincing anybody to go. Oh, I can go.
no, of course.
I can bypass buying a PS5 now. No,
I guess if somebody was somebody sold like on a YouTube video or a news tubers tried to paint it that way, but I would. That's not what I was expecting when you said you could play cloud. That's what I thought. You'd play the PlayStation Plus tier
current
cloud
cloud stuff.
whatever you can play now. You can play it on that.
Yeah, but my thing is what people were saying, and that's why I'm thinking people were saying, and that's why I heard is that you don't need a PS5 like turned on. So I'm thinking like, well, if you need it turned on, you could obviously play
yeah,
those.
that too.
In that case, I'm like, okay, so you
Yeah,
could, so you
but
could play the-
Again,
but
what
in that-
games
has to
would
be
that
game-
be? There's no
I'm
PS.
thinking it's like
It
I'm
has to
thinking
be
it's
games
like-
that are on the cloud, not. It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
games
but
that
I
are on
don't.
the cloud.
I don't.
very specific games.
I'm not
that
paying
are on the
attention to
cloud.
this to their tiers, but do they have PS5 games on their cloud service?
Yeah, for
There's some-
premium.
Yeah,
For premium.
Yeah.
premium.
Oh, see, I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
Yeah.
Cool, because most people aren't going to spend that much. I don't know how many people are paying for that premium tier, because that's a lot. And
That
if
is
you're
a
not,
lot.
and if you're not consistently playing it, it's almost like you're almost losing money for it. It's
Yeah, you
Well,
got to be.
the-
You got to be
the-
using that
the
shit. 'Cause that's
premium
always.
one is the one that
a
comes
waste.
with the classics, like the PS1s and stuff like that.
yeah, like it's. I don't want to make it seem like the whole issue was just that, but like it was just like it was a bunch of just shitty decisions.
Well, I'm
of-
guessing because can you access? I don't have, like I said, I don't have the PlayStation Plus tiers. I don't know how it works. I'm guessing it just currently before this, you had to sign in to your PS5, have it stream, have the PS5 cloud stream the game, and then stream it to your portal. It sounds like
Yeah, I
this
don't
is a
know.
way just to go directly from the cloud to your portal, which makes total sense. Like T said, should have been there at launch.
But that's why
But-
I would think you would need a PS5 for that, because you could go directly to.
Yeah, but then
but
you
middle-
Well, originally you did,
but then you only
Now
have
that you-
access to whatever games are on.
But it
there.
didn't make
If
sense
you
for
only-
why you
if
couldn't
you
just
only
access
play
your
stuff
PlayStation.
that's on PlayStation Plus, if you only playing stuff that's on there, then yeah, this is great. But I'm
Let's-
guessing
well,
You want
let's
to
see
play?
what
I
this-
don't. I'd be curious which games are actually on there. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try
is
to
it like
find out.
Forbidden West? Is it like Astrobot? Like,
I don't even think Forbidden West on there yet.
They gotta
Yeah,
have
Is it
something.
not? Really?
Is Astrobot on there? I don't think that's
No,
on
there's no way. It's so new for
no.
PS Plus. Well, I guess
Does it-
it's not
does
PS
it
Plus. It's
give-
giving you the privilege to play the games you bought through PS Plus.
Hold on.
It's not like it's on PS Plus. It's giving you the privilege to play the game.
Oh yeah, you could if you
on
if you
cloud.
bought it on right.
It's a confusing ass thing, but
It's not handled.
That's
It's
just-
not really.
I'm not paying to
You
play my
you
game
bought
on
it and
my own.
downloaded it to you. You got to have a PS5 though to get the.
you
mo-
sure you got
most
that
benefit
right,
of it.
Robert? You're saying like if you have a digital game on your
No,
PS.
that's not a thing yet.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, I don't think.
That's not a thing, bro.
I don't think you're
What you
playing.
mean?
I don't think
No,
you're
even
just.
Xbox don't do that shit.
Yeah, you're
So
not.
it's just premium. It's just
No, it's
whatever
just
they
a,
offer on
it's
the
just what's
premium.
on the
It's
cloud.
whatever's
That's
on
it.
the cloud streaming. It's now available to play it directly to the portal without going through your PS5. That's it. That's all it ever was.
Yeah.
And I guess
It's not.
maybe,
That's not your digital games. No.
maybe
digital
people
games
made
will
it
work.
up to be something bigger than that. I didn't think it was, but
They'll
What
work without you having to have a
Yeah,
disc in the thing.
I'm,
but
I'm thinking if you already own the game anyway,
then
then technically, but if you own the game anyway, then that's still
just
a
stream it from the
privilege you have.
PS5 if you like
yeah,
if you own the game.
you're streaming it from the PS5.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too many. I don't know. It's too confusing. It's just so stupid. I think it's all dumb. The whole cloud and the portal and the.
I don't think it's
I
that
don't know.
dumb. I just
Cloud is
I think
it's cool.
I think the portal is dumb personally, but I mean I've always thought that I don't know.
I'm not the
You
biggest
use your
handheld
phone,
person, but
your phone and then
just
felt
use your
like-
phone.
buy
It
your-
felt
you
like
can
an
buy your,
unnecessary.
thing for the phone.
You're already halfway
is-
there then, but
Well,
average
I'll put it this
good
way,
decent
the way-
controller is
the way-
100 something for a phone.
The way it,
Like the ones that connect to the phone.
the way it
guess,
was
but
released, I
you
think the
just do
portal
that-
was dumb.
You can now
That's-
save
that's
an
my
extra
issue with it.
$100, but I mean,
don't
And then
think the
every
port-
time you got a smaller screen, every time somebody
I think
gives
the
you
portal had.
text you
portal
or
had-
something, you get notifications on it. Like to me, that's not
do
an
not
option.
disturb,
I think the
but
portal
also,
has
like,
potential. I just hate the way it
It's
was
very niche.
handled.
It's
Yeah, I'm not.
very niche.
It would
But
have been. it was just handled poorly. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
in terms of how it was released.
I think the
and
biggest
what it
issue
came
at
with.
launch was that you couldn't sign into like places where you had to like bring up the web page came up.
That was still one of the
Wi-Fi.
weird.
Yeah, you could if you went to like a certain hotel or
Because
something.
then that's
like that.
all it could do. That's like a weird oversight, like a real
But
weird
once,
oversight.
I mean, it was, I mean, it fairly decent. Some dude was like on the other side of the planet playing his games. I said, that's cool when it's working. It's actually, I mean, it's pretty cool, but
Right.
it just had too many limitations at launch, and it seems like they addressed them. Then somebody hack it so you could play like PS1 games or something through emulation.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why you would do that. That's not worth it.
No.
I think
At
it's just the
all.
proof that you can do it. At that
I
point.
said I always said it at 150 I'd buy it immediately. I don't think it's
There's
ever
so
got,
many devices that can run PS1 games like 10 times better. Like, why would you?
I
do
don't
that?
think
So
they ever got a price drop, so
No.
I mean 200 is
But-
not the I mean it's got a nice screen.
You know, it's not a bad price. I don't think that's a. I mean,
I don't think the price was
I
bad. I
think
just think
Hey, I would never buy something.
the price wouldn't have
it's
been
all-
bad if it did more at launch.
you're right. I was gonna say its functionality was what was holding back the value to me. Like it just
I
wasn't.
think
offering enough.
for when we saw it revealed and saw what it could do, at that moment, and you found out it was 200, I'm like, yeah, that's too much.
Yeah,
but
that's
if
too
it-
much for that.
But if it had more of what it's getting now, and what I'm assuming is going to continue to get in some aspects, it would then be worth the $200. I think it's just it was a weird.
Especially if you're somebody who already has a fucking PC handheld or something. You have
Yeah.
no use
Mhm.
for a Portal, none.
Yeah, that's
Because you
right.
can already do everything you can do on that bitch
Exactly.
on your PC handheld. So why would you buy that? You know?
But yeah, they just this year. I felt like Sony like fucked up with that Concord situation and
Well,
everything
we
else.
didn't even
felt
get
like
to the PlayStation PS5 Pro.
that is still.
It's funny as I mean, I called it. Like I saw people freaking out over it. I was like, dude, I'm not worried. This thing's not gonna sell well. I mean, I don't think this is the new standard. They're gonna like, yeah, next gen consoles might be $600 at launch. You know,
That's frightening.
Well,
but-
that's what I'm saying. I think
but-
that's
Probably true though.
I think people.
I wasn't
people are
worried
afraid
that
of
this
pre-
thing was gonna
they're
be
afraid of the
selling out
precedent that
and
it
sending a
sets.
message like, yeah, gamers are totally happy with spending $700 for digital.
I
I'm
think
like,
they were
That's
fearful
not
of the
even the problem.
precedent.
I mean,
set, though.
obviously $700 is the problem, but that's not my biggest problem. My problem is that they don't have the software together yet. They're having
No.
too many issues with the
Agreed.
PSSR and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
how can you have you asking motherfuckers for a lot here? You're asking people for a lot, and you
You're
don't even
supposed to
got
have
the
faith
software
it,
in order.
usually.
Yeah, like what you doing?
And it's a lot. You've been asking for a lot of faith recently, and you ain't been
Yeah.
really. And then we gotta wait for you to promise the goods, and it's getting kind of.
Wait, games are running worse? What?
You had,
How
well,
is
yeah,
that a
'cause
thing?
It was
How-
the Helldivers with the PlayStation PSN. You had to have all of a sudden, then Concord's fiasco. Then it's like, well, here's this Pro console, and most people were like, okay, Pro, not a big deal, $700. How good are the upgrades?
no diss track.
It's all right.
Was Ryan?
No distray.
Was Jim Ryan that was we not giving enough credit? Because it seemed like right after the time he left, they had no
Well,
fucking direction.
I
They
mean,
had
you
no
know,
idea
this
what
thing
they were
was
doing.
being developed
If-
probably for the last 3 years. It's
Yeah.
like
It just
they were
feels
kind of
like-
stuck at that point. But yeah, the price you
feels
would
like
hope
we're-
they could have
It
done
feels
something.
like everything they've done has been on recoup money thought process. Like we fucked up a bunch of money. Here's a bunch of way you guys can give us more money. And I think it started with the
You that shit on the
PlayStation
back
Plus
of your
hype.
fans and shit though. That's
That
Yeah,
that,
it's probably a bunch of like, damn, these studios are taking a while to
At least-
make money. We have to pay for all these guys.
at least Microsoft's like, all right, we won't do it to our fans. We'll put the money. We'll make everybody else pay. Like at least they smart enough to do that. You know.
Phil did say though, like
they're fucking up.
he kind of took a shot at the pricing, saying that's not a, and not like he's the best guy to like say what's a good business decision or something. But it sounded like
Phil, shut your ass up.
he was saying like, yeah, that's not a what do you say? Forget how he
You're not
phrased
coming
it.
from a strong position
like
here,
a
my
fair
friend.
pricing or
No, it's just like that's not a
No.
good business model. Like
No,
and
it's
he,
not.
it's
He's
not.
right. It is true. He's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, hey,
Well,
maybe
the
maybe
I
statement
don't
wasn't
wanna
wrong.
get
We
shit
just
from
didn't.
you.
Yeah, but
I
yeah, that's
like-
literally it.
yeah.
That's exactly it.
The
It
message
wasn't
is
that you were
fine.
wrong.
It's the
I just didn't want you
messenger.
to. I just didn't want you to say it specifically.
You lost a lot of credibility, my friend. You just-
Yeah, now that I've-
the same, under his leadership that released Series X that was more expensive, man. Wasn't that 2 terabyte or some shit?
Yeah, that's
that
600.
Yeah.
Put it at
Mhm.
600. What's the difference? Oh, there's another terabyte.
And it's
Well,
got a
actually,
little
get the fuck out of here.
sparkly paint job. But
Yeah, it's pretty. It's like the night sky in this
It should
bitch.
come with another job.
what was the price of the discless, the white
You know,
one? Is
a
that
terabyte of
450?
space. That
It's
is
like, yeah, was that low? I
That's
thought it
about
was like
$100.
$5.
Well,
2 terabytes. I mean, that's
$600.
2
yeah, but it was
terabytes wasn't the worst
$100
thing in the world.
more, and then
No, I'm
I-
saying an extra terabyte. That's not too far off from what you.
That's not the
you
worst thing
can.
in the world. I think people were just like, bro. I think people, and like I said, even with the Pro, it wasn't even like a huge. The $700 once again wouldn't have been terrible
with
if
the
it
disk
felt
drive,
like-
it would have been. I think that would have been
Right.
a little
Put
high,
a
but
goddamn
fine.
disk drive in that bitch and put the goddamn stand in there. You cheap bastards. You cheap assholes. Really?
Well, we
You
didn't.
gonna
Didn't
you
we
gonna make somebody
technically
pay
get more
for a
storage with
stand?
the Pro? The
on
Pro
top
has
of that,
what?
Again,
You
you
gonna
don't
make
need
me
a
put a disk
stand.
drive and a stand.
Wait,
yeah,
Juice, doesn't the
you
Pro
don't- yeah,
have
of
like a
course.
full terabyte of storage? Or am I
You don't.
wrong?
Need,
I mean,
don't
again,
need
you
a
don't need
stand,
anything.
yeah.
But
Because I
if
know
you
the-
got-
I know
It
the OG
stands
I
up.
didn't need this shit when they gave it to me with the Wii U. I didn't need it, but
Oh,
goddamn, it
Lord.
was nice
Oh my
to have
God.
it.
But it
I didn't
stands
need
up
that.
on its own. It's not like the other systems where it can't. It literally can stand up without
It's
the
not-
stand.
It's
Yeah,
one
but
of those.
regardless-
You're missing what the
in
point
the
is.
advertisement, they show the stand, and then they're like, "Yeah,
Right? They
ain't-
show
Yeah.
the stand and all they had.
The problem is that the stand
Let's
isn't a
not
big
pretend
issue,
like,
but
you
on
know,
top of everything, but
Nintendo's
here's
done
the thing.
that, and all these companies
here-
have done this for like ever since the beginning of time.
Yeah, but they didn't charge you goddamn $200 extra for the console when they did that. You're charging a premium. Can you put a fucking stand in the box?
Yeah,
That's all I'm asking.
It's not even.
You're charging that much
It's
money.
not the stand by itself.
It's not the
fact that
stand, right.
It's the stand.
It
with
might be the
everything else.
principal view, but at the same time, I don't give a shit about the stand. I'd rather have the disc drive in the box. The
Yeah,
stand to
you
me
know,
is
yeah,
like
but
a.
again, you're thinking about you and what you're gonna use.
But again, you
gotta
don't.
think
You can
about
still stand it
every-
up. So
everybody.
what? I don't. People act like, oh,
Yeah,
I
but
can't
it's
stand it
you.
up without a stand.
Excuse me, sir. I'm not arguing against the disc drive. Put both of them motherfuckers
Yeah.
in there. It definitely should have something when you're charging that much goddamn money. And then the
It's one of
shit,
at this point,
it's
the
not
principle
doing
of
what
it.
it's advertised to do at
It's
the end of the day.
principle
Yeah.
thing, that's
So-
why I like
But
it.
again, I
That's
for
another
some
problem.
reason, people just really get all up about the stand.
thing,
Who
I
gives a
think,
shit
made
about
them
the
mad
stand?
because the stand. The
Because
reason why
it's so stupid that
the
they
stand-
can't. It's so.
it's-
It's so
It's the easy target. It's like, okay, you couldn't put a little piece of plastic thing in there when you're
That's
charging
right.
it. That's what the point is.
I don't
not
think it's
about
plastic.
The stand.
I think it's
Nobody
metal.
gives
But
a fuck about the stand. It's not about the stand. It's the principle of the
it's
idea
the principle
that
of
you
the thing.
charging this much more money and you
You
want
couldn't give us a
to pay.
stand.
Yeah, like that. That's what it's about. It's not.
The stand is more.
Where
the
was
stand
this
is
at?
if
care
anything-
about the stand.
The stand
I
makes
mean-
it worse because it's like,
They
come on, bro.
advertise it
You
in
couldn't
the
give me a
ad.
stand with it.
Advertise. They show it in the ad, and it's like, yeah, it's not included. Like for what? Like that's like if you, it's you're marketing it, and then you make it an easy target because
It's weird when you
you're
call it a pro
pulling it
system
next
and
to
I'm
it.
Right.
missing features that are
It's
in
a
the
pro,
original five.
exactly.
the original,
pro.
but not the slim.
But
What's
still, the point is that it's like I said.
The slim doesn't
and
have a
Keith said it too.
stand. No one
It's
cares.
an easy
Because
target.
it ain't
But
a
the problem
pro.
is, it's an easy target. But the problem is that when you call something a pro system,
You're being willfully
But-
ignorant right now.
But T just said 5 minutes ago that $100 is a fair price for an extra terabyte. So
I'm
it's
not saying. I'm saying it's not too far off from
so
what.
then you
would
got
be fair.
$100.
It's not $200 off.
for the
it's
rest.
not $100 off.
I know, but the Pro has a 2 terabytes, so that's 100 of the $200. So the other remaining 100 is the extra GPU and the redesign. Yeah, they could have put the stand in there, I'm sure, and still broke even or maybe still made a little profit. Who knows? But to me, it's like that's such a if you couldn't stand it up, if it didn't come with the horizontal
that's
stand.
the least you could have done. That's the least you
But
could have
it-
done.
I
That's
mean-
that's the point. It's the least you could have done. Nobody really cares about the goddamn stand, Juice. We understand. It's a stand. You don't really need it, but you're putting the bitch in the advertisement, and you're charging me an extra $200 for a console that's not doing what it was advertised to do.
and what made it
It's
worse,
not
they
doing
didn't
it.
even tell people about the 2 terabytes when it was first announced. People
No.
found
Yeah, I
that
don't
out
think-
later. So from our perspective, it was just like slightly better upgrades with no stand and no
You
disk.
bring Mark Cerny out, and you start doing all this nonsense.
I would have
that
been
I'm
mad
not
if it
seeing.
didn't
A
have
lot
the
of people aren't
horizontal
seeing.
stands included, to be honest. That to me, because it can't sit without the little props, and it would be
I don't
all.
want. I just don't want. I don't want the stand to be that. The stand is more of a representation
Yeah,
of like people just getting annoyed with everything else, and the stand's like the cherry on top of
To
it.
me, that's like. I think the disc drive should be the thing people are
Oh no, people are mad about the disc drive
more than the stand. I've heard the stand way more than anything else.
because the stand just seemed.
I know, but it's also.
Why are you missing this? Why are?
But it's
Why
also
are you-
like
it's considered the dumb. It's the dumb.
A,
thing.
you
It's
don't.
such a throwaway that it should be in there.
It's not
That's the
such a
whole fucking
throwaway.
point, bro.
It's
Oh, but apparently it is. You just said it's so
worth $30.
stupid.
no. You're saying it's like it'd be cost them nothing to put it. Yeah, okay, maybe it's only cost them $5 to manufacture. They sell it for 30. It's like if you couldn't actually stand the system up without it, I would be right there with you guys. But since you can, to me, it's like okay, they want to try to make some money off the stands for people who feel they need the stand. Whoop-de-doo dah, it's $30. That's like it's such a non-issue for me. Like it's just weird to
It
me.
should be advertised in their images and all that, like that. I don't think that makes sense in that case. It's like
Well, they got to advertise the stand. They're selling it.
Yeah, but they didn't. They have it just as Pro $6.99. Like they
Yeah,
and, they
it's
have
we-
the standard, and at the bottom it says
The mess-
not included.
Stands sold separately.
Yeah, and in my mind is like, again, imagine the reaction.
I'm paying a premium, and I'm getting
Imagine
less shit.
people watching the first time seeing it. It's laughable when you have that and it says, no disk drive, this, that, and by the way, no stand. It just adds up to a little like what?
I get it. I'm just
it's
saying
like- it's
to
like,
make
damn,
it
I lost
like
my
the
disc
main thing people complained about when it first. It just
I think
I
because
found it
it was
surprising.
it was the most ridiculous thing. When you look at the line saying no disc tray, no disc tray, no
no
stand,
disc
you're
tray
like,
up here,
Right,
no
it's-
stand way down here. From
But
like
the problem is
Absolutely.
when you
For
when
me.
you show
Oh
me
my
a bar
God,
at the
dude.
screen,
You
when you show me a
gotta-
bar on the screen that says no
You gotta be
disc tray,
trolling. You're
and then
trolling
right
now.
under it it says no stand. You're like, what?
You've got to be
Couldn't
I
you
trolling.
would
get the
pro-
fucking
I
stand?
would
That's
give
how
you
it
guys a
feels.
little bit if the Slim came with the stand. I would.
Oh my God, bro! Yo,
You're
guys
getting a
gotta
pro
do-
console. You're
has
getting
nothing to do
less.
with the
No, you're
point.
not. The Slim didn't have a
Has
stand.
nothing to
The
do
Pro
with the
doesn't
point.
have a stand. So what are you getting less of?
What? Because it's a pro console that's advertised with it, but also again, it's not about the stand. Who gives a fuck about the stand? It's about the idea, the concept of the
The
reality.
idea is that's the least you could have done. That is the point. That's the least you could have
and
done.
It's the
We're
least you
saying-
could have done, but
we're
it's
saying
like
it
what
could have
would
cost you? You're not listening. You're just talking.
what good
That's
would
the
that have
least you could
been?
have done.
Would that have made a difference?
That's
You
not-
think if
That's
that
the one
included?
thing you could have put in that wouldn't have cost you that much money. You could have threw that shit in, and that wouldn't have been nobody. That.
No
But
one would be talking
it-
about the stand if
and
it
no-
was
and no-
included because they'd be so upset about the no disc drive. I get it.
Yes, because
I
it's
get
not
it.
another
You said,
target,
"Oh, what
another thing to be complaining about." That it's just.
Just-
it's-
I get. I hear what you guys are saying, but I
I'm on
don't.
another planet right now.
I
I'm
don't
on
see
another-
why it's such like that's the thing that you guys getting hung up
not
on.
It's not the thing. It's not the thing. That's the point. That is not the thing.
You're like they could have just thrown it in. They could the least they could have done. No, that would have been
Yes.
like, what would that have
The
done?
least. That would have been the least. Yes, exactly.
The-
It would have been the least.
But would that really have made a
I-
difference for you guys? Like you think you? I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be complaining about the stand.
It's the idea of the fact that
I'm not complaining about the
Would you have been
No,
like,
I
oh
wanna-
man,
I
at
wanna-
least they?
I wanna-
You would have been like, oh, 700, but it comes with a stand. That's a pretty good.
Listen.
No.
Wait.
It wouldn't have changed
I do also wanna
anything.
address Something else.
You're being
The
willfully.
price- the
It wouldn't have
price
changed
issue-
anything with your guys' opinion on the PS5
But
Pro
here's the
price.
thing.
Wouldn't
I do
change a
want to
damn
mention
thing.
this. I do want to mention this. We're saying it's only $200 more, but it's actually more than that because we would have to compare.
Yeah,
it
the
to
digital.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
Right.
worse. It feels even worse than that. It's more like what
Oh, that's
250.
right. I forgot about that. I
It's
forgot
like
about that.
250 more, and you're just like, and all I got. I mean, I'm not.
The thing is, the fucking stand should not be a complaint. It should not be a complaint with a fucking pro console that costs $200 more. It should not be a complaint. That's the point. That's my point.
And
I'm
my
like,
point
how many
is,
different
you
ways
wouldn't have
can
gave it
say
credit for the stand. No one would have been like, oh, at least it comes with a stand. Though that makes it okay.
No, but that's why
You're missing the
feel
point.
like
You are willfully
No.
being ignorant now. Willfully missing the
that's
point.
why it's
You're-
dumb. That is why it's stupid.
I think it's dumb on both sides. I think both arguments. It's like that wouldn't have made it any better for people. I mean, maybe it would have made it you know,
I
not about making it
1%
better.
It's not
better.
making it better. It just
Better.
it's
Let's move on, bro.
No,
I'm done
I'm
with
just
this.
I wanted to make the
That's
point.
the thing.
It's not
He woefully does not want to get it. So we're going in circles. We're getting nowhere.
I just wanna
Let's
make-
talk
I just
about
I
wanna
don't
sure
think
it's
anyone's
understood.
considering my perspective of it either. Like,
No, I get your point in the sense that I understand that at the end of the
I think
day,
you completely
it doesn't. You don't need it. You don't need it.
it's not that you just don't need it. I don't
necessary.
think it would have been like, it wouldn't have added to the value for most people.
It
that
wouldn't have.
exactly.
You're right.
in the
But that doesn't
consumer's
mean that
minds.
Your boy, he thinks he's saying something
It's
different.
what, but here's the problem. But no. Here's the problem. It feels worse
It's-
when you don't get something than when you do get something. In the context of
People have still been
Does the-
complaining about
does
the price.
no, but my
course they
point
would.
is
Yes.
no.
Of course they
but
would.
my-
Yes.
But the point
We
I'm making
agree.
is it feels worse when you're taking out a stand than having a stand. Is the stand a huge deal? No, and it's not a big deal. That
I
it
think it's
wasn't
not a big
included.
deal either way. Either argument, honestly.
problem
I
I'm
think it's not a
making
big
is
deal either way.
When you're sitting here,
Terrell,
listen,
bro, Terrell,
no,
Terrell.
listen. It's
It's
like,
not
hey,
gonna happen.
T,
It's not going to
T,
happen,
T.
brother.
No,
It's not- and leave
this
it
is an
alone,
example.
Les.
Listen,
This
I'm gonna
guy's
give
with my
you.
controller.
No, listen.
He's
I'm
got
gonna give
Wii
you
U
an Xbox One
controllers
controller
or Switch controller.
and a Switch Pro controller, right? That's what I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you this. What you're buying is 2 controllers, right? And then all of a sudden, I say, well, here's the Pro Edition. Let's pretend this is the Elite controller. But now you don't get the Pro controller.
It's not a controller. It's a stand, Terrell. Okay, it's just a stand. Leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone.
Well, there are people saying that the damn the Edge controller should have come with it. I'm like, that's a $200 controller. Like,
I remember I did say, hey man, why not? Because if it's a pro controller.
I mean, where do you draw the line? I mean, again, I will agree
Consumers don't
though.
feel like they're losing.
I think
shit.
it should have been $6.99 with the disc drive. Like, to me, as an owner and have used it now, that would have been an all right. I think that would have been acceptable. Still a little overpriced, wait for a sale type of thing, but let's move on. I will say though,
We went exactly nowhere.
the
We-
new
we got
controller,
exactly nowhere.
they Sony low key, they do it every generation. Well, they did it with the PS4 as well. They keep
Talking about, like, the
making
Elite
improvements
controller?
and they don't really announce it. And I got 4.5 hours of steady use on a fresh charge, and I still have all 3 bars on my controller. Before it'd be on low battery probably.
That's
so-
good.
They
good.
made an improvement which is available in
I
any
hate
new
that
controller.
was the transit. I hate that was the transition. That this failed argument over a stand, and then we went to. I mean, I really wish Sony would announce their.
That was a
their-
positive though. That's a positive. They're new, they actually went in and addressed and didn't even.
It was a positive from that.
Most people were complaining about that
The
battery.
same thing.
You think? I mean, I don't know. That'd be worth an announcement video or something. But hey,
You should
like,
at least bring it up if it's. You're talking about. I want to make sure I'm understanding. You're talking about the Pro version.
no,
of the
just the
PS5
new
controller.
PS5 controller. The
It's
new.
the new
You
DualSense.
could buy
Oh,
it
so
right
just
now.
the
You
new-
go to the
just the
store,
new
buy a new
DualSense?
DualSense. You're gonna. I haven't tested it fully, but I know on my my last I wasn't keeping track. I'm like, damn, like I don't got the low battery light yet.
Sony's messaging's been ass.
And it's
I
like-
feel like
If it's
just
got
in general.
double the battery, that should have. I mean, I'd put that on the damn box if it was me. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
Not
would be called a good
double of
business
the
decision. We don't do
double of the terrible battery life of the original. But
Yeah.
Anyway,
I get that.
Rob, you got Bayonetta 3 there. Did you start it yet?
Yeah. No.
Oh, wait, you're
I
gonna
gotta
finish your
that.
game
He
of
says,
the year.
yeah.
This week.
That's 2027, bro.
What happened?
I said that's 2027.
get your numbers right.
Hey, you get your years right, bro.
Jesus Christ. The
20
point is, ladies and gentlemen, that Sony and Microsoft have fucked up royally this year.
Yeah.
It's
And
Yeah,
Nintendo's
it's-
been kind of coasting, but
they've been
Yeah,
just. I say
they haven't
neutral.
really-
I wouldn't say anything negative.
they put out a couple
other
good
than-
games.
Yeah, they put some good.
Mario and
some stuff
Luigi,
out.
Echoes of Wisdom, Mario Party, all reviewed
Mario
pretty
Party.
well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mario Party reviewed surprisingly well. I'm gonna be real. I
They-
think
they-
people are
they-
surprised that game is as good as it is.
Yeah.
We went through a lot of
Surprised me.
years
I don't
of
see
mediocrity.
any of those 3 games really topping like up 2-3 million sales though. Like
You
Didn't
look at-
already Echoes of Wisdom.
and then you look a year later, and that bitch is
I
10
thought-
million. So what the fuck?
maybe the
I
Mario
don't think-
Party
I don't think,
one.
I don't think.
I
Mario
thought.
Party-
Wait,
You don't think
didn't
Echoes
numbers
of
already
Wisdom?
come
I
out
think
there? Or
Echoes of
maybe
Wisdom
I'm
would
probably
top five,
completely-
like around 5.
Yeah, I thought Echoes of Wisdom already had.
Echoes
like,
is gonna top 10. I'm telling you right now. It's
think
gonna
so?
hit
Well,
10.
no, he's the one that's always
yeah.
saying they
I
don't
just think
top.
I don't know. It's late in the generation. Maybe not.
We're
affect it.
putting a time. We're putting a time period on this. These
see,
numbers.
Look,
'cause-
It's currently at 2.5 million. At least the last time we got.
Okay.
It's already at 2.5 mil.
right.
So.
What he
It's
really
been
meant to
out-
say is he doesn't think Mario Luigi is gonna sell.
No, but
months.
even I mean, it depends
That's
on when
the
the
only
Switch
one
2
that-
comes out. Like that, the sales could drop off real fast. Depending, I mean, if it's backwards compatible, it might not affect it.
Well, yeah, I wonder. I am curious.
It's
about
not
the
gonna-
backwards
I don't-
compatible, how that will do.
I'd be
I don't
shocked
know.
if he
Mario and Luigi name in the title. It's on Switch. 145 million, whatever it is now.
I mean, I can see
Um,
probably like. I don't like to do the 3-2, but kind of like 3 to 5 million, like maybe 3 to 6 million
What is
For which one?
for Mario and Luigi.
What is
Because I
what?
think like I'm trying to think of the other RPG ones.
You asked
know.
about Link to the Past.
Paper Mario.
remake? Is that what you
I think Paper Mario.
I was gonna ask what it. No, well, not Link to the Past. You talking
Link's Awakening. I don't. Even,
Link
Link, wait,
Awakening.
my bad. Sorry, that's on me.
I feel like that was like a
I think-
3 million or something. 5.
No, that was
maybe.
more than
What?
3 million.
No way.
No.
See,
it?
see, that's why your perception of Echoes
let
is
me
so
look,
low.
let me pull it up. Let me
Maybe it
pull
was.
up.
Maybe it was
It
5.
did 6.46 million
Okay.
as of December 2022. So over 6 million.
Was it the last time we got updates on that?
As of when? When did it come out?
2022. That's all I can see.
2022.
They should have. Maybe they didn't have it
That's
on
the
any
last
of their
numbers
lists.
for it?
Nah,
22?
There's got to be
maybe
like
there's
a
gotta be
list of
more
current
lists,
of
yeah.
all Switch game updated sales lists. I think somebody
Hold
on.
on. Let's see.
It's got to be better than that. I mean, I could have sworn it was higher than that.
Well, that was 2 years ago. It was
Yeah.
that last update. So it's
I don't think that's one
probably-
that's like sold a lot more later on though.
It's
either.
probably at least at 7 million at least though.
Well, yeah,
But-
probably, but I don't think they probably also probably stopped printing it. To be honest with you,
You think it's up printing it?
Let's
They-
see if
they
you
do
can.
that.
I don't
Let's see
know.
if
they,
you can
dude,
pick it
they
up.
have so many games in their rotation.
It depends on the numbers if they start printing that shit.
I would believe
Yeah,
that
true.
they stopped printing it as of now with Echoes of Wisdom. I think they definitely
Link's
did. After that.
Awakening is
You're
still
doing a lot of
available.
assuming there, young man.
I am assuming, but I have a feeling they probably
$50 on Amazon, but $4 shipping is not a Prime.
What that just means it's sitting in the store. That don't
Yeah.
that don't mean they still printing it.
But if it was like one of those you can only buy from a third party. Actually, I don't think
Yeah.
this is from Amazon.
That's what I'm saying. I think
That's the
they probably
European
stopped-
version.
They probably stopped printing that game.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
that
we
was
don't have
that was
up-to-date
Echoes of
numbers,
Wick.
unfortunately.
Oh, that is Link's Awakening. Yeah, those are European ones. I don't know if you can buy it right now.
That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
yeah.
I would be surprised if they
Yeah, these all
they
have
still-
the Peggy thing on it.
How is
Peggy
or
3.
how is Thousand Year Door doing?
I think that did like 3 million. or
That might
something.
have been the game I was thinking.
That
of,
might have been
actually.
what it was. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, but again, that's already surpassed what you said, Juice. It's already at 3 million.
what he's
It
saying
outsold
is
the
he
game.
doesn't have
It
faith.
outsold the GameCube version already. That's for
No, never mind. I take that back. 1.94 million.
Yeah, it's where it's at.
for Thousand Year
I
Door.
think the 3 million is Super Mario RPG. Let me see which one I'm thinking. One of those RPGs did 3 million.
No, 1.9 is 1,000 Year Door from what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
1.9 is Thousand Year Door. Yeah, okay, okay. 3.31 million for Super Mario.
So
RPG.
somebody was saying that had to
Oh.
outsell Origami King.
They
why?
did not.
No,
That's what I'm
I think
saying.
that- I
Why?
think that's-
Why would that be a
I think that's
a thing?
I don't
Which
think that's
again,
correct.
mind you, Origami. These we also think it's an RPG, right? So like these RPG games don't sell nearly as high as the other ones. Like Paper Mario Origami King sold 3.47 million copies. They are absolutely happy with that.
Mhm.
But you know, for us, we'd probably be like, "Wow, it only sold 3 million out of the the ton that they usually sell."
Yeah, and
you know,
how much,
but
how
3
much
million
does it
is
cost to make the game?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
what's the
probably
highest
$2.
selling Paper Mario game, by the way? Anybody know?
It's gotta be-
I know what it is.
Isn't it
Sticker Star?
Isn't it
I think it's Sticker Star.
I was gonna
Fucking
say.
Sticker Star, goddammit, the one people
No,
hate the
that's the
most.
reason why people hate it because it's a bad game, but it's so like
Not
really
anymore.
bad.
Hold on. I
It's
think
not a bad game.
it's gotta be Origami King at this point, though.
It's just super
It might
bland.
be Origami King. It might be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what?
It is because it's Origami King at this point, but
Origami King overtook.
yeah.
Sticker
'cause
Star?
Sticker Star as of 24. Well, as of 2014. Hold on. That's
At least Sticker Star is still an RPG. Ugh.
Damn.
No, I mean, Origami
Damn.
King still has I mean,
Just stop.
depends on
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you-
Go
Right.
ahead. Say it if you say it. I'll
It's
Say
literally
it with your
turn-
whole
it's
chest.
still
Say it with
turn-based
your whole
combat.
chest.
Still
Breathe it.
turn-based combat. You know, you're literally taking turns.
Oh,
That's
can
an
we not?
RPG.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this, bro.
Yeah, it's turn-based combat. That means an RPG.
GG's,
Yeah.
man. GG's. It's in the same league as Mario and Luigi. Let's get it.
Damn right.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh man.
Mario and Luigi ain't got shit on.
Yeah, but it just everyone, you know, people always like the turn-based combat. I'm like, they technically never left that, other than Super Paper Mario.
Don't.
Poor
hey,
Super,
listen,
poor
be
Super
careful-
Paper Mario.
Be careful what hood you in when you say
One
stuff
of the
like
most
that.
creative fucking
People are
games.
stupid
Period.
when it comes to Paper Mario. It drives you crazy, to be honest with you. Like,
It's
when,
insane. The
like when
community.
people are like, oh man, I wish it was like the older games, and then they include Super Paper Mario. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The Super Paper Mario is nothing like the first two. Why even include that?
And they're
for the
only
culture.
fucking talking about Thousand Year Door. They just completely don't care about Paper Mario, the original
I
N64
know.
game. Nobody talks about.
It's all right though. It's all right.
It's all Thousand Year Door stands. It's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying as shit.
But then
People
somehow
never-
there's a lot of realms where people mix in the first three with Super Paper Mario. I'm like, Super Paper Mario is not even remotely like the first two. I'm like,
Isn't Super Mario more of a platformer?
it's a
Mario
platformer.
RPG is not included. I don't know why they it's not included.
Like,
It's a
I hate to
different
break it
fucking
to you,
game.
but Sticker Star is more like the first two than Super Paper Mario.
It
Hey,
is.
don't
It
tell
does
them.
it.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Like, but that's literal facts.
You,
and
you,
so people
you're,
are like,
you're gonna be fighting God in a minute, is what it sounds like.
yeah.
Better stop playing with him.
Actual. That's facts.
Hey man, I live and die by the fact that I don't know why people would defend.
Would you stand on that?
Paper Mario.
About
Yeah,
Color
but-
Splash.
I love Color Splash. I really enjoy Sticker Star. I think the whole Paper Mario series is damn fantastic, and they're
And you like more
they're
than
all
two
good in their own
games.
merits.
In
all
their
good
own
their
way.
own- Yeah, and they're all in their own merits. They're all
And,
good.
And Robert likes more than two games, unlike the rest of the community.
Yeah.
They only likes
Well, again,
one.
most of the community definitely likes only one, but
Yeah.
I had a great time playing Sticker Star portably on my 3D. That alone was cool as shit to me. Man,
Dude, I was
Mario
ready
game.
for it to be horrible. Then I played it. I was like, I had a good ass time with this
Yeah,
game. I don't know what the
it's
fuck
a
you-
good game. It's just these
It's a good game.
Thousand Year Door
It's just
stands.
it's an amazing. No,
You gotta be-
but it's good as
no.
hell. It's a good game.
You got to be exactly like a Thousand Year Door to be
Yeah.
considered.
But
that-
somehow I like Super Paper Mario. Like, what the fuck are you talking? That makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Oh, wait, what? It's a completely different game.
Maybe
Completely.
they're the problem.
Oh, they are absolutely the problem, man. Well, that's why it's like
I love Super Paper Mario. I love it.
yeah,
But
that's
it's not a RPG, a turn-based. Oh man.
yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me because it's just like, and honestly, Origami King, like, you know, there's in a lot of ways.
I love
this
Origami
makes
King.
your Thousand Year Door, to be honest with you, in my mind, like in a lot of ways. And people forget about how the Thousand Year Door has some awful pacing at times, but the game overall is
Oh,
fantastic.
the remake beat
Yeah.
the original Thousand Year Door by 300,000. So
Yeah. I was gonna say I know.
the GameCube
It was
effect, GameCube effect, killing it.
Mm, yeah,
I mean, that's a
GameCube,
crazy good
yeah.
attachment for the GameCube, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a really
Well,
that-
the way it's
and
said
then-
though, it's like it's like
21 million. That's pretty good. 3
no,
million.
but the way it's like you say that when you got the big brother over here with like over 100 mil talking about it's.
Yeah, I mean,
You did a good job, though. You did a really good job.
what did you say Origami sold?
I think it was 3-something million.
See that
3.5.
3 on
That's all
GameCube,
she's
3 on
prediction.
Switch for a sequel years later.
3.5. No. The original Paper Mario Thousand Year did not do 3 million.
No,
It did a 1 million something.
No,
That's what I'm-
no.
it's like
It was 1 point something.
Oh, so
1.600.
Again, it was very good. For that type of
it feels like
game.
GameCube had a
on the
lot of games
N64.
around just over
Yeah,
the
really,
1 to 2
the
range.
Switch, I want the Switch to tap it on
Yeah.
the shoulder like, good job, GameCube.
Good job,
You
you
sold,
Yeah,
you sold
GameCube
some
had a lot,
terrible-
had million
Yeah,
sellers.
On the champion, man, it's fun.
Well, I mean, that's the same with the Wii U. I mean, the Wii U had like multiple.
Yeah, Wii
million.
U, you sold like.
Yeah,
3
GameCube. I want to say
million.
Metroid
A
Prime
few.
was just over 1 million. You had
No,
Well, game,
Metroid Prime was 2 million, wasn't it?
yeah, I think Metroid
Might have
Prime
been
had a-
2.
Oh no, it was.
I like.
I think it was close to 3. If I'm not
was it 2
'Cause,
that was? I think 2 had a quite a drop off.
two had a huge drop. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Metroid
like
Prime
1
one
point something.
sold more than 2.8 million copies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Prime
big
was,
hit. That's a big hit on
yeah.
GameCube. I
Good
mean,
job,
yeah.
GameCube.
Good job,
what did
boy.
Smash Melee sell
TT.
then? Like 8?
I think that's
Melee
like
is like 7 or 8, right?
7 or 8. I think it was 7. Yeah, I think it was
Great
7.
job,
Seven.
GameCube. You killing it.
That is fantastic.
More than
That's
7 million
almost-
copies
That's
worldwide.
almost 50%.
Not
I
as
like
good
that.
as
I
Mario
like it.
Kart 8 though.
7.4,
It
7.4 million.
cracks me up, bro.
7.4 million. That's the highest.
Yeah,
selling-
keep your chin
the
up,
highest selling.
GameCube. You got it. Don't let them talk that shit about you. You
Think
sold
about
8
that, brother.
million.
That was the highest selling game. Do you remember what was it, Polygon, when they were talking about Mario Kart 8, how it's going to be the lowest selling in
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
Mario Kart.
franchise?
Oh yeah.
That was like the worst.
I don't even think it
prediction
was
we
the
could
Wii U
ever make.
version. I don't even think it was. I think one of the
No, it was-
No, the
handhelds.
Wii was dude. Mario Kart Double Dash 6.8 million on
Yeah,
higher
it beat
than
GameCube.
Wii U.
Mhm.
8 million. Wii U sold 8 million copies.
Yeah.
While-
We should
while
look
the
to
Switch-
see who
crazy.
typed that
Didn't
art,
the
who
Switch
wrote that
version
article,
like-
and see if they're still like in the business.
No,
What, Polygon?
Whoever wrote
No,
that,
Whoever wrote it at Polygon.
they're collecting trash now.
They're on fire.
there's, I mean, in the sports
It's
world,
Good
there's.
job though. You work for the city. That's a good job. So
I remember, dude. I
You a
remember.
trash man,
I remember
man.
that first weekend it sold
What
like
was that, like 60K a year? We're
million or
killing it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's pretty good. That's above the average.
Remember they gave you the free download of one of the 4 games, Pikmin, New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, it is weird they did it for that game of all games. Like we were going to buy Mario Kart anyway, so why was that?
They're trying to sell
Yeah,
Wii
it was
U's.
weird. They're
But
trying to push the Wii U.
Of course.
remember, just since we're on the Wii U thing, Adam Sessler, like, they should have had the new Mario, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8, Donkey Kong, like, named every major franchise should have been out, and it was only February 2020, not 2012.
2013.
Yeah, it was
2013.
It was early 2013. Yeah, it was like March or whatever.
It was after.
Those- After they announced they weren't going to E3 with, they were only doing a digital direct. They should have had this
They
game,
had
this game. Like, what company has ever had
podcast.
within the first fucking 6 months has had all their major games out?
Why would you cannibalize the sales of all your games?
It
Because
just
Adam Sessler says so.
he's the same guy that said 3D World was too complicated with the buttons when you had like 3 buttons to use.
That's nuts.
Because that dude
moment you
Nick
say Mario's
Nick
complicated,
whoever
you
that
put
was
the
on
movie
part of
show
that
together.
team,
Right.
bro.
he was like, yeah, 3D World's like my game of the year, and he's like, really? I just couldn't get a handle. I got to press this, then the ground pound, I got to press the trigger, and then the long jump. I'm like, all right, get the
My
hell
God.
out of here, dude.
That was a perfect impression, bro. You should go on the road with that.
He used to like do all. I wouldn't say stutter, but he kind of had that.
You gotta shave your head first,
Mhm.
or get a ball wig.
And I cannot find it. It was like part of they had like a. They did like they had like a 2-hour like thing talking about their games of the year and stuff, and I guarantee it was there. I just couldn't find the video, and I thought I found a video. I was like, it could be of this video, and I watched pretty much the whole damn thing trying to find that clip of him saying that, but I couldn't. And I'm like,
I will say I looked up.
So what's the launch title? What's the big launch title? Switch 2. Obviously, we had Breath of the Wild with Switch. What is the big launch?
For me, again, my
Anybody?
prediction: Metroid Prime 4 with Mario.
That's not a big launch title. Good. That's that.
Donkey
Mario
Kong
Kart
2.
Kart 9. I
Okay,
think
Mario Kart 9.
That's my
All
that's
right.
my prediction. You think it won't be?
Yeah, I don't think it will be. I think they'll wait a little bit.
I
for
think
Mario Kart.
I'd see.
it'd
gonna
make
be
the
a
most
Donkey-
sense to if it's ready to launch it.
See, I
It's-
think
it's- if it's not ready, I'd be.
I think we're gonna get.
They
I
must
think
have
we're gonna
finished
get
that game
Donkey
3
Kong
years ago.
2. That's what we're gonna get.
I want to say 3D Mario, but I don't think
Virtual
that's gonna have the same
Mongos.
pull. I think Mario Kart 9 is
Banana
guaranteed
Slammer.
guaranteed success for the system first year.
What's that?
So I'd love to say a 3D Mario game, but I just think Mario Kart 9 is just gonna have.
It's not launching with a 3D Mario game. It'll again. I think it'll be 2025 game. It'll be very similar to. So I'm very excited for the summer of Switch. 2.
Realistically, that they could have, like Donnie just said, Splatoon 4. That could be ready within the first year.
Oh God, please don't.
You got
Don't
Mario
do
Kart
that.
9,
Don't do that.
Metroid
Don't
Prime
do that.
4, 3D Mario.
Please
You could
don't.
have Monolith's Monolith's new game? I'm talking about in the first year, not just like not the first 9 months,
Oh, yeah,
but
it's
literally the
three.
first 12
Or
months.
just-
Three's not is what, a year old, I think.
It's 2 years old, barely. It's come on.
Which was
Splatoon
Splatoon
4?
3?
Splatoon
Yes,
4,
Splatoon
yeah.
3.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I don't
I'm
expect-
talking
I
about
think
early
working on
2026.
Animal
It could come
Crossing.
out. You know, I'm talking about the first like
I don't,
full
I don't
12
even want
months.
that. But
I'm just saying what games could be ready. You could have.
Yeah.
I think their team is really hard on work on Animal Crossing right now, and I think they're
I think,
trying
I
to.
think Robert wants
You think
another
they're going to try to have an
Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing earlier in
I think
the?
Robert-
No, I think you could. I could think we could see Animal Crossing in like 2020. I was about to say 5. That's next year. No way. Wait, maybe. No way. That's insane. That would blow my mind.
2020,
2025.
probably 26 or
2025.
7.
It's been about 5 years.
It's 5 years. That would be 5 years.
Yeah, 5
Well,
years.
next
huh?
year would be 5, but I think but all these Animal Crossings, it's always like 6, 7 years. So I could see 2026.
Well, I mean, it's made a lot of money. I think they could justify making
know,
it a
yeah,
little bit earlier. I think 5 years. I think they could cut it.
Yeah,
back to
Luigi's
another year.
Mansion could be another one. Could be.
Oh, that would be awesome.
God, I can't
Well,
wait to
Lenny's
see.
Was that
asking
Next Level's
me-
last game? What was the last game they
Lenny's
did? Was that
asking
Luigi's
me a
Mansion?
question. Lenny wants to hear from me, guys. Okay?
Let me leave. What the fuck?
So,
You got it? You got it, King? All right, King.
so Metroid Prime 4. I think that's a day one game for sure. I think there might be there's got to be a surprise. There's got to be a 1-2 switch or something. Not. I'm not saying 1-2 switch.
Ring Fit
But
Adventure
a
2.
game like that. That's just out of left field type of
Yeah, for
situation.
sure.
Words
of
of
wisdom.
wisdom. Let's go.
and and then, man, what would be that game? That's the Switch seller game because it's not Prime 4. I'm sorry, Metroid fans. We all know.
Come on now. Don't
But,
tease
well,
us.
okay, what about T? What if it's more open world esque and they could really try to push that beyond?
Boo, get out of here.
First person,
What?
Get out of here.
What's open world?
Metroid Prime 4 that like
That's
not
a
like
fail. That's a fail. Don't do that to Metroid.
not
Don't do
open
that.
world, like open areas, like bigger areas.
Open
Because I
zone.
think it's like, if you could
Open
market
zone.
it,
Metroid is already
It
open
is.
areas,
It
right?
already like that.
no, but like huge areas, like big zones, like
You
some
just
big
want
zones.
Samus to stand on a
Huge,
cliff
big-
and look out to the
big-
distance. That's what
Huge
he
big
wants.
areas.
I
He
know.
wants a Breath of the Wild shot.
There's some pretty
The reason,
big
the
areas
reason I say
That's
that,
in
the
3.
reason I
That's-
say that
yeah.
is just because people love big stuff.
Shut
That's
up.
horrible.
Shut
That's
up.
horrible.
Shut up. What do you mean?
Either way,
What do
it's
you
unless they're redefining like the Metroid. I wouldn't think they
Hey
call it
there,
Metroid Prime
Robert.
4.
Everyone to sound so profound, but people like
People like big stuff.
big stuff.
Well, they like open world. They like open areas. You
Oh
know,
my
I think
God.
maybe they can
No
market
way.
it.
They love big stuff, Robert.
You
How
don't
feel
do
about-
that
how
with
do you feel about
Metroid.
How do you feel about tiny stuff? What about that?
Tiny?
What about tiny-
No,
yeah, what
we're
about-
not in that. We're not here for that.
You know,
Maybe there's some secret Luigi game or I got it.
What?
Donkey Kong World. Boom!
Like a 3D Donkey Kong?
A
Or no?
3D Donkey Kong at launch.
goodness.
Well, do you think they're gonna
Bruh.
make Donkey Kong because they got the new land open up in Universal? I feel like they gotta have something Donkey
You gotta
Kong.
have something for Donkey Kong.
Unless they really feel that Returns HD is like the game for it.
No, man. Well, yeah,
Sure.
Returns HD is
It
coming,
is
so
coming out in
they
February.
wouldn't put out a Donkey Kong 3D
Yeah.
game that
Yeah.
soon. Damn.
But think about it.
Damn.
Because no, Tropical Freeze also came out. I was gonna say because they released that game, now there's gonna be a new one next. They don't have to
F-Zero or something of that nature. I'm
F-Zero.
surprised. That's a core game, a core fan thing. I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But,
I
like,
wouldn't really be moving units.
Hey, like a big multiplayer, open-ish Star Fox game. That would be
Yeah,
cool.
if they can market that, like really be like, well, yeah. What if it was like an open world sci-fi? Well, I know people. I don't know. I know people don't love walking around in Star Fox, but like
You could. See, that's the thing. They don't like it because of the game that did it bad. Like that's the only reason. But it could be done well. It's not like it can't be done well. It can't.
I honestly think a very like big cinematic Star Fox could be crazy.
Yeah, I think it would be great. You incorporate the openness of flying around that you had in like Starlink,
Yeah.
and you can get out and have a big adventure on foot. You can do Dinosaur Planet stuff. You can do Star Fox Adventure thing, and then you get into your ship and you fly to other planets. Like that would be
That'd be awesome.
fantastic for Star Fox. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but it would be cool.
Also,
Could be like
by
a
the way,
Sonic Frontiers kind of thing where it's got areas and just kind of got rings all over you can fly through just for fun.
Randomly, for fun.
so get this. Polygon, they predicted. Well, this guy predicted that Mario Kart 8 would sell 1.26 million copies
Total,
Yeah.
not just in the first week.
In its life.
in its life.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's funny because that literally sold. It sold. I remember it outsold that number in its first weekend.
Yeah,
I remember
it was like
I remember people
1.3.
making- I think it did like 1.5 million or something. 1.3.
And that guy was sitting there like, well, you win some, you lose some.
Oh my lord! What?
How can you be that off?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You confidently went out there with an article. You didn't just like say it on Twitter.
He put stats and everything. Like he's like, well, the other ones did this, so that means the average attach rate will be. Come on,
Your
man.
boy pulled out his what is it, Excel spreadsheet. He went to town to only fail epically. Epic fail.
I mean, it
God.
wasn't the worst like idea that maybe it'd be the lowest selling.
Yeah, that's not
You
too
know?
bad of an idea. But 1 point something million, like what?
Yeah, this says
You
yeah
stupid.
that they said even by the end, if they whatever by 2015 that they could see it probably would reach around 1.99 million max.
It's hilarious.
Amazing.
That is
I mean, that's-
hilarious.
Even then, what 2014? I mean, you already had Super 3D World that probably outsold whatever their number was.
Talking Captain Toad numbers
Yeah, I don't
for its lifetime.
What was the Wii U at though? It was, I want to say it was like
Oh, I'll see right now. Let's see. Right
5
now,
million.
for this article for May 15, 2014, that's because there are only 6.17 million Wii U consoles in gamers' homes. Oh my God, there's only 6 million.
Yeah, had there only been 6 million forever,
Yeah.
you might have been closer. You might have been closer. Did you think the Wii U was just going to completely fall off a cliff? If that was your logic, then okay, I can see somewhat of 1 point whatever
And
million.
then this one says the company expects to sell. What a different error in it. Expects to sell 3.6 million Wii U consoles by the end of the fiscal year. Which, mind you, that would have been a whole year essentially. 3.6 million Wii U
Yeah.
consoles, bringing it to 9.7.
Switch does that per quarter, or not anymore, but it was
Yeah,
easily topping that.
that is nuts.
Man,
Yeah.
What a time! What a time was that Wii U
that is-
era! What
that
a
is-
time!
That is a blast in the past.
And
to see.
man-
Oh, man, that is
We
yeah.
were
Start with the
catching
Wii
it. We
U
were catching it.
rankings. We got back to it.
yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
play for that.
We was catching hands from every fan base, bruh. Like even the field dudes were coming at us. That's how bad it got. Like, wow, what the hell is going on out here in these streets? We was doing emergency podcasts and therapy sessions.
You want to know something? One of the things that stands out the most to me was Baron. He went to one of the little portable Wii U's in your city, whatever they called that promotion. I think it was before launch. Yeah, it was before launch. Get people hands on, and he goes. I'm sure his video is probably still up. He's like, Rayman Legends is the most next gen looking game out of the bunch. He's like, that game looks incredible. And then what? A year later, it's on the 360 and running 1080p, 60 FPS, the same visuals. I always remember that. He's like, that was the most next gen looking game.
You can't say a 2D game. I don't care how good it is the most next gen looking.
It was a
Come
clean
on.
looking game, but I was surprised
it's
when the
clean.
360 version came out and it ran at 1080p, 60 FPS. Like, damn.
It was clean, but come on. Come on.
Like Ori's, like
That-
if it looked like Ori, then yeah, that's some next gen looking. That's
That was hip hop gamer levels of.
Oh God, don't do that. Hey.
Oh, jeez.
What was that game?
Don't do that.
Order 1886.
Oh, the drama.
I
that
feel like
was
he had some.
embarrassing.
I think something else. He had another bad take that was something else. I'm trying to remember.
He's still doing it. Shout out to him. He's still
Is
doing
he?
it. Yeah.
Is he getting any views?
He did a promo for whatchamacallit, Indiana Jones.
Oh, I gotta go see if this man getting any views because I don't know how this is gonna go.
Is Obi-Wan
He
still
don't get-
making content?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I have
sure
no
he
idea.
is. I haven't
Probably.
looked. Let's see.
Remember we looked at one of his streams, probably earlier this year.
he was-
We had so much
he was
shit up
mad.
on his screen. He was like
Oh,
one of his
man.
newer
Oh
streams.
yeah, it was like just a ton of things.
It's
Like,
like-
yo,
Ready Player One when they're talking about having all the
That's-
ads.
That stuff was working for.
Oh, it was
a
like
little
bidding
while, I
war.
guess.
Hey, you want to be the number one bidder and win the prize, like type of shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn, like that works. That's sad.
I hate. I don't really feel like I'm hating on the guy.
By the way, he
But,
is still
you know.
he is still doing it.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of Switch 2 content right now.
How
Switch 2
many?
Power League, big upgrade.
Oh, I wonder if
Nintendo Switch
Super Metal
2,
Dave
New
still has
feature
content.
revealed. Joy-Cons just leaked.
Look up Super Metal Dave. Let's guess how many Switch 2 titles, or how many videos does he have with Switch 2 in the title in a row? You
last-
think?
This is the hate version of the podcast. So you
No, we're
can't
gonna cut
stomach
this
it.
off in a minute.
I'm looking.
Yeah, Dave still puts up content.
of course he does. Doesn't he have like
Switch
thousands?
2, Metroid Prime 2, Echoes, 20 event. Wait, no, that's not right. Yep, he's doing Nintendo Switch 2 updates, Big Switch 2 specs leak.
Yeah, everybody had Switch 2 updates this week
I didn't even look.
from the news tubers. I didn't even watch it because I know it's all bullshit. There's no There's no.
Well, I was gonna
updates.
say, what were the updates? There ain't
Yeah,
no
there's
updates.
no
I don't even know what
update.
the updates were.
I didn't click
There
on
is
it,
no-
but
It's all bullshit.
There's no
Just-
update. Absolutely none.
No
And
Nintendo
those,
Switch
and those
update.
the leaks.
I waiting for that Nintendo Music update. Fuck everything else.
Did
Right.
that happen already? Wasn't that? Isn't that like always today? Like every Monday? Or
I don't know if
something?
it's every today, but the last thing they put on there was.
Nintendo don't do that. No, every Monday. Don't do that. Don't say
I
that.
thought they did.
To be fair, the Nintendo Music updates have been kind of consistent.
It's
So I'm
pretty
not gonna say.
consistent. That's why
I
I
mean,
was like,
it probably it's a different team, so that's
Oh,
probably why they can.
it's the Spotify team working with Nintendo. Thanks, Spotify.
earlier in the stream, I
Nintendo.
was gonna try to put on my best acting and say, "Holy shit, X just had
Actually, they
Nintendo
put
just
Wave
posted
Race
on
64
X.
there.
Nintendo just posted on X. Find out what the Switch 2 is tomorrow at 4 p.m. or something." I was gonna try to fool you guys.
Maybe shit their
It's
It's
pants.
like I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna
no.
try.
They just put Wave Race 64 OST on the music.
wait,
app.
wait.
Wave voice.
Yeah, my bad. That's
Yeah,
on me.
Wave
Wave
Race.
Race.
Will you
Listen,
will
I
want
hang out with my fun sometimes. Leave me alone.
wait.
English is hard.
Wait.
You can pre-order Nintendo Switch accessories today? Question mark! Exclamation question mark.
Oh, that was the update, right? That there was.
Oh
Some
yeah, that's an
opposing
update.
accessories.
That was the
Somebody's
update?
somebody's guest accessories. That's what they are. They're not accessories.
Oh,
They're
no.
guest accessories from what's the guest accessories? What's the company that makes the grip? Satisfy. The Satisfy
Yeah.
grips.
Satisfy
They made.
grip. That sounds very sexual.
I never thought of it that way, but thanks. Yeah, they do the grips for the
Give me
Switch.
some satisfied grip. Can you give me a satisfied grip? Okay.
Big Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition launch update. I'm just reading some headlines.
What kind of name is that? What would be the big?
Resident Evil 2 for
trying to put a
N64
goddamn
should not
video out
exist. Okay,
myself.
that's
Like my fucking
Fitness
editor
Boxing
is
3 review. Trying to find all the
failure.
trying to find all those videos where everyone was saying the update.
My editor keeps saying fail.
Nintendo's 2025 plans have been revealed. Big update. Big Nintendo
No, they
Switch
have-
event
they
update and
have-
huge Dragon Quest 3 milestone. Just reading headlines from news.
You're just reading headlines.
Thanks.
They're old.
Thanks.
Some of these.
I hate that Obi-Wan still has the fucking Reggie clip as the channel. I hate it. I hate it so much.
He's way long.
What is
He's
this?
long gone, bro.
He actually streamed Astrobot, or at least posted up clips.
Yeah,
of it.
if you literally just type in Switch 2, man, it's all from a few hours ago. The
Is he,
latest in
Power
Switch
Elite.
2.
Power
Is he
Elite.
Is he saving every 5 minutes in Astrobot? Excuse me, 5 minutes
Every 5 seconds. Every take a
It was
step,
happy with this two league.
Let me
make
see, let
one
me see
jump.
these.
I
Are
better
these-
create a restore point. And remember how many times he missed Bowser? He missed throwing Bowser. Like I never missed that many
Like,
times.
come on, bro, come on.
Let's see how many views he's.
You'll never live that one down.
So
We-
no,
we have
Bowser.
multiple massive Switch 2 leaks. No, you do not. You literally do not.
I will say
You
is
do not,
maybe it's
Yarmo.
just we don't pay attention to him anymore. That used to be really rampant, like in the early, like first few years. All
What?
the leaks, all the all the bullshit games people were saying were coming and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
Predicting.
No, that's still, yeah, it's still happens. I just don't even. pay
I-
attention to
it
I
was
don't-
insane.
I'm sure people still do. I don't know if it
Dude,
gets
Has to go on
distraction.
certain sites for me to pay
Just dropped for
attention.
Nintendo Switch 2. 2 huge updates? No, they didn't. That was 4 days ago. No, there was not. Exclusive Nintendo Switch 2 release date confirmed 6 days ago.
but
That's not
I
true.
made a prediction, Bulletstorm. I pulled that out of my ass, and that game showed up. So, it's not like it was that hard to come
Mhm.
up with Switch games. Just make some shit up.
Anyway,
Finally,
let's
the
get out of
Switch 2
here.
news we have been waiting for 2 days ago. You can read these all day, man. All this
Yeah.
type of stuff.
You can keep reading that bullshit
All
all
right.
day.
Well,
The first image of
we'll
the
see you guys
Nintendo
after the
Switch
Game
2
Awards next week. I don't
Oh,
even-
no.
Watch it though.
Is
I
that
don't-
next week?
I don't even know if I'm gonna tune into anyone's live stream.
You're
of it.
not. I thought you said you weren't going to.
I'm gonna watch the highlight reel of somebody.
I'd rather be playing, trying to finish some of the games I'm playing. Honestly.
You got it, King.
Yeah, especially with that recent study where people apparently are playing a lot less video games. They're watching almost as
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
almost as much as they used to play.
I don't watch any.
I'm not too surprised though. Just like, there's the consumption of YouTube and everything. It adds up in the total hours for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not too.
But
surprised
anyway,
with
thanks guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. I still think that's the best Bayonetta design.
Which one?
I didn't get
3.
it. Really thought you would love this design.
back